Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
They want this! Good show! Oh, yeah! How excited are you to see this match live right now?
Well, hello gamers. Welcome to the Esports Club Presents Showdown Series Season 2 of Valorant. Powered by Crucial by Micron, with our GPU partner as Zotac Gaming and media partner as Gossip.gg. I am Raider, along with me we do have Eagle on the desk today, and obviously it's the playoffs day number 2, so I think the action is going to be quite on par, and we are going to witness a lot of action today, guys. To be precise, 2 BO3s are going to queue in, but initially in this stream we'll get to see 1 BO3, so let's have a look at that as well. But Eagle, I want to ask you, how's your day and what are you expecting today?
Well, I'm pretty much excited. I have watched few matches of the playoffs, and as this is the playoff day 2, I'm really very pumped up to see how these teams gonna play, what would be their strategies, which are those agents that they're gonna choose. So yeah, there are a lot of questions coming down the lane, but we want to see that what would be the answers.
The optimal answer will obviously be there in the BO3. We'll get to see what kind of chase it is going to be there. Are they, again, some redemption storyline, some comebacks coming to the picture or not? These are few important things that we really have to look into the whole scenario. But talking about the schedule, I believe pretty soon we are going to see the schedule and other details as well. Following it up, of course, the whole chaos is going to come through. But let's talk about the format first of all. From the open qualifiers, we got to have few interesting teams, but I would like to say that this, guys, that in the open qualifiers we got to see a lot of interesting teams from where obviously the single elimination bracket was followed up. It was a BO1 equation to be precise. People faltered down, teams actually prevailed from that particular scenario. Now currently the playoffs, we are watching some interesting teams. Remember guys, from the playoffs we'll get to have 2 teams in the grand finals on 28th of July. Mark your calendars, because on this day you will get to see a BO5 and you will be able to crown the champion. You will be able to know who is the real champ of Showdown Series 2. Let's have a look at the prize pool as well.
Yeah. Yes, totally. We would be moving towards the prize pool as well, and there you go. The prize pool is of 1 lakh INR, and the first position will get that 50,000 INR. Second position would get 30,000 INR, and third position would get 20,000 INR. So yes, it's a pretty good distribution where you if you secure a tabletop position after those podium finish, you'll get a pretty good amount of chunk from that prize pool. But yes, I would love to see that what are the other details as well. But at the same time, if you're new to the stream, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and do share the stream as well, because as Raider informed us, there are going to 2 BO3 matches today, and this is the first one. So I'm really very excited to see those back-to-back 2 BO3 matches, how they're going to play. And what I believe that when you get a chance to play those 3 matches, you have a pretty good game. And the game 1 will start at almost around 12:20 between Silent Assassin 2.0 versus Orgless 6.
Oh yeah, I am waiting for this action. I haven't seen these two teams particularly performing on the broadcast. Yes, there were certain individual bright performances coming in from their corner, but I would be absolutely pumped up to see how these guys are going to perform. But on the other corner, yes, we have seen what happened to T-Time yesterday. Yes, we have seen what happens to Zero Frags as well. That is what the game 2 is all about. We would love to see what is going to happen today. Are they going to survive in this competition, or obviously one of them is going to get eliminated, as this is a lower bracket circuit for them. Remember guys, in the playoffs you get the chance of having a cushion for yourself, because if you falter down, you still have a probability that you're going to secure some good games in your favor, because it's a lower bracket that will still save you. Obviously in the lower bracket the challenging part is a little bit more high. You are actually facing a lot of mental pressure, because you are in a situation where if you lose a BO3 particularly, you're outside the competition. So that pressure is something which is quite immense. But I guess apart from that, you still are there in the competition. You can evolve along the way. Figuring out evolution and eventually some good synergy is something that has to be brewed from both the particular sides, to be precise. But we have seen how far individuals have come from season 1 to season 2 of Showdown Series. We've already seen how far individuals have come, and that's exactly why we have certain other leaderboards as well to talk about. But yes, today's matchups definitely looks quite jam-packed and action-packed.
Yes, totally. I'm really very excited. As I told, it's a 5v5 battle where we would see those teamworks, coordination, communication between the players, between the teams, how they're gonna go with all the efforts, all the plannings, and the most important thing, execution. You plan a lot of things before the match, but when it's time for execution, some things don't lie on your side. It's always improvisation that comes in play. But if I talk about map veto, well, there you go. The first map is of Icebox, or it's gonna be a bit difficult. Then the second map, Heaven, and the third Decider map will be Ascent. So yeah, I'm really very excited. You know, different maps, different game. You'll get those 3 matches to play. It's a BO3. So yeah, it's a pretty good opportunity for both the teams, that how they should play, what should be their strategy from the first game itself. Are they going to be a bit aggressive or a bit passive? You know, a lot of question is coming in my mind, right? I'm really very pumped up and excited to see how it's going to be.
It is going to be quite interesting to watch, because we will start with Icebox. Yesterday, yes, we get to see that a lot of contribution was there from one particular team, but the other team was able to come back. To be honest, Icebox is a very critical map. Just like Sunset, this map does give you opportunities, but then again, you have to nail those opportunities in your favor. Specifically on the attacking side, I do believe it's basically 50 to 53% attack sided map. So I'm looking forward to see if the attackers, that means Team Silent Assassins 2, will they be able to get their advantage in their favor into the picture or not? On the high side, when it comes to the pick, it is picks of Orgless 6, so they would be looking forward to totally control the whole action in this particular map, although they will be starting on the defensive side, so it's going to be a little bit more challenging for them for the first half specifically. So I'm looking forward to see how these individuals are going to pull through, because it's really very important for a particular team to get that momentum in their favor. We got to see yesterday that teams were getting the momentum. They were trying to follow it up till the end. That's exactly what happened against Team T-Time. That's why T-Time faltered down yesterday, because they were able to put up a good competition, but the other team was just one step ahead. They were building that momentum. They were making sure that the mental pressure is going to be immense onto their opponent, and they just followed it up in a very good manner. Now the question is how far these individuals are going to go, how far these performances are going to let them go, because in the upper bracket, yes, we have few certain teams sitting over there, but eventually when you talk about the lower bracket, the run over here is going to be even more challenging. Now, yes, we have got the confirmation that Icebox is going to come in the first game. So the question is agent select. Which are the particular agents that you might think are going to come into the picture? Well, I would like to say the probabilities of a Sova coming into the game is definitely quite high. Then in terms of duelist, I believe Jet is going to be quite valuable. Yes, you can go for Vipers in terms of controllers, so that you can have those toxic screens and push into the particular sides. But yeah, guys, we have the brackets right here. And as you can see, in the upper bracket semifinals, Nair Esports, Near Esports, DXG, Asterix, and Team NG have already made their spot. Asterix and NG's performance, yes, we have seen it yesterday, and all thanks to them, ZeroFrags.exe and Tea Time are waiting for their second game today in the lower bracket round number 1, match number 2. On the hindsight, the match number 1 in the lower bracket round 1 is going to be between Orgless 6 and Silent Assassins 2.0. So you can see the bracket. There are so many spaces to fill, and I believe it is going to be the case in the next few days.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game. You know, if you qualify here, then you'll be going to the lower bracket round 3, and if you qualify there, you'll be going to the lower bracket final. So it's a long journey. You have to be very consistent. You have to be very confident at the same time. You have to keep a balance of both the things. But right now, very soon, we would be going towards our game screen, towards a match screen, and I can understand the excitement of our audience as well, how much they excited are, because as Raider explained, you know, last day was not that good for the teams. You know, the teams which have qualified till now, I think they have struggled a lot. They have showed the patience, they have showed their hard work, they have showed their skill set. All the things that's required to come over here is done by the team. So yes, now it's the battle for the best of the best. From here, if you do even one mistake, I think it's done and dusted for you then.
Well, the start was quite iffy, but the question is, will you end in a good scenario, or are you going to get shut down initially? That's what we want to know. So yes, today is the day we will get to see like two teams going out of the equation. It could be Orgless 6, it could be Silent Assassins 2.0, it could be other teams which are there in the lower bracket round number 1, match number 2, that is Tea Time versus ZeroFrags EXE. So I would like to see, out of these 4 teams, which are those particular teams who are going to survive, and which are those teams who are going to get that learning curve and maybe probably perform in the next particular IPs. But yes, today, of course, we are going to see few teams getting out of the equation. Other than that, I would like to say all the best to all the particular teams, all the 20 individuals who are going to play in these 4 amazing teams. Really have to see how they are going to perform, because yesterday the playoffs started. It has already been a case where the marker, the tonality of this playoffs has already been set. We have seen one-sided domination in the second game. We have seen close cutthroat reverse sweeps also coming in the very first game of the playoffs. So I'm open to see how the whole evolution is going to go. But coming back to the Indian select, I would like to say once again, sticking back to my terms, that in Icebox, it's very good that if you go for Sova, you can get all those infos with the reveal dart, recon dart, and eventually following it up with the shock darts, you can get a lot of value. The owl drone is going to be quite mesmerizing. As an initiator, yes, Sova is the best pick that you can have, really. The first pick that you should have in terms of initiator. Talking about duelist, yes, Neon is quite good. But then again, jet pick is something that can be valuable as well. Sentinels, I think KJ is the best one that you can have. And going back to controllers, I think an Omen, maybe a Clove, maybe a Viper, all these 3 controllers can be quite good for you. But yes, looking at the second initiator, I think Gecko is the best one that you can have. Planting, going for the postman scenario, or going for the refusal, that wingman dizzy, a trash combo, moshpit combo can really help you a lot. So I'm looking forward to see. After all, whenever the agent select screen comes in, I guess we'll have the insight of which particular 5 agents are going to get logged from each side.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. The selection of agents is really very important, but at the same time, you have to keep that confidence as well, Raider, because that is very, very useful in the game, because you are going to play those 3 games. If you lose the first one, it's not like that you're going to, go out from here. You have another 2 matches, you can get a comeback from there as well. So you have to keep a very calm, composed situation in your game, between your players, between your team, and then you have to play and get the best out of it. But at the same time, I would like to, take a guess from your side, that what do you think, how it's going to be the first match? Would it be a very intense and neck-to-neck battle, somewhat like that, or a very smooth match where it could be a one-sided one, teams are winning, or SA2 is winning and Orgless 6 is struggling? What it could be like?
I think the scoreline that I want to predict is going to be somewhere around 13-7 to 13-8. That's what I want to say. There is not going to be a one-sided domination. Yes, the first half might look into a scenario where Orgless 6 might struggle as they are on the defensive side, but trust me, it's their pick. I think that they are ready, more than ready, to put forth their plan and execute it in a very good manner. For that reason, I feel when you have your own pick and you're not sitting at the comfortable spot, you might struggle in the first half, but the second half is for sure going to go in the favor of Orgless 6, because we have seen that happening yesterday. We have seen teams evolving in the second half, specifically when you are on the attacking side. yes, you try to build something good into that scenario. And Icebox, as I said, it's a little bit more attack sided. Obviously, it's not 50% of a ratio, 53% of attack sided advantage is there, but then it all trickles down to those 5 individuals who are behind their keyboard and mouse. How are you controlling your agents? How are you listening in your headphone? How are you deciphering those callouts? And how are you acting on that particular scenario? That's what really matters. We have seen yesterday players struggling in that particular should I say area, because in the open qualifiers I got to see like T-Time being a phenomenal team, but yesterday their callouts were mismatching. Their coordination was not coming through. The synergy part, I thought that they were lacking behind it, because the kind of performance that they were able to pull through, it was not at all pleasing as a caster's perspective or as an audience perspective, to be honest. Because Team NJ on the other corner, they were just so good. And there was a time from Team NJ's perspective, they were just rolling in. They were just pushing. They were just shutting down the players. They were not even keen on putting up some strategies. They were like, we are just going to push in. We are just going to destroy you and get it done. That's the beauty of coordination. When you believe in your brother in arms, when you know that the call out that is going to come through, it is going to be 100% efficient. All you have to do is just act on it, push your buttons, push your mouse clicks, and eventually get the opponent down and dusted. That's exactly what NJ was trying to do yesterday. I truly believe that from here, every single team has to have that particular confidence in their teammates. Obviously, the callers from IGLs might go south, might go wrong, because maybe the other team is a little bit more on par in terms of that strategy. So obviously, the learning curve is never going to stop. There are certain metas which will come. There are certain metas that will go. So you have to evolve along the way, build your own meta, figure out what you have to do, and eventually play along the role. So for that reason, I have to say it is going to be a close one for the map of Icebox. But in heaven, things might change. And in heaven, if you have that momentum from Icebox, you can easily win that particular map as well. So I'm looking forward to see what is going to happen, but my verdict would be 13-8, 13-7. That's the scoreline that I'm looking forward to.
So well, Raider is expecting a very tough competition in this game, which is the map of Icebox. At the same time, guys, you have the chat section over there. You can guess over there that what would be the scoreline, what you are expecting for this match. But at the same time, as you said, Raider, this match could be an impulsive one. But with those impulsive decisions, you have to be improvising the decision as well. You have to be very alert at the same time. You know, as I said, things may not go in your way. You know, clicking those buttons on mouse or on the keyboards may not go in your way sometimes. So you have to be very calm, composed with all the things coming down the lane, taking those pressure in a positive way and giving out the things on the screen and letting your fans, letting your team to get that win. But as you said, 13-8 would be the score line. I'm really very excited to see how this is gonna be, because this is the Esports Club Showdown Series Season 2. We have watched Season 1, that was pretty good, but now we would not waste much of your time directly moving towards the game screen. And on the left hand side is Orgless 6, which are the defenders, and on the right hand side it's attackers, which is Silent Assassin 2.0.
There you go. The assassins are getting ready. The performance is going to be on par. And as you can see, the attackers, well, they are ready with their 5 amazing agents. We have a double duelist swarm coming in. I saw an Icebox. I'm already doubting this approach, man. I don't know how fruitful they're going to be. But obviously, if they are, that will be absolutely amazing to watch. On the hindsight, yes, we have defenders also going in for the same approach. They are again going for the duelist approach coming to the picture. So I'm looking forward to see how Orgless 6 is going to react, because you are starting as defenders. Having double duelists like Jet and Reyna in your favor, it can backfire as well. And for the same reason, I have to say, ISO, yes, contingency is quite good. You can have the shield in your favor, you can have the vulnerability, even the kill contract is absolutely amazing, ultimate coming to the picture. But then again, if you're good at 1v1s, then only that whole scenario is going to come through. By no means, I'm not doubting the approach of duelists, or should I say the play that these two duelists are going to bring to the picture, but I really have to see how whole of those scenarios are going to get converted in this particular game, because at the end it all trickles down to these 24 rounds. Maybe overtime is also going to come. And yeah, talking about overtime, we can see that there is a poll going on. We have asked you on the chat how many rounds will be played in the first map. Do let us know, guys, by voting. We can see like it's just 15 votes that have come so far, but I want to see more votes. Let's see. Let's have your verdict as well. Are we going to witness just like 20 rounds or less than that? Or are we going to witness more than 20 rounds? Or is it going to go to an OT? Do let us know what your opinions are. But with that, we start with the very first map of day number 2 of playoffs. Let's have a look at it. There you go. Sheriff shots, and Ginola, he finds simple. He shuts one duelist down, and that's ISO already faltering.
Well, this is the first round, and what I could see, a pistol round where you have to be very alert. If you win this round, you have an opportunity of buy in the next round. And whenever a team wins the first, it's very much obvious that he or she is going to win that second round as well. So right now, what I could see, Cyrix is waiting. He is very rightly enjoying his position at that time and is waiting for the right moment. Whenever a player comes in out of there, he gonna just take those shots. Having a ghost in his hand will give the confidence. And we could see silence. And this is the silence before the storm. Very soon, the storm would come in. GN is trying to move in. Everybody is holding the angle. Nobody is ready to take that first initiative. And there you go. The beacon coming in. Neck over there. Kinola taking the shots. But having a bit of fight advantage with the counter-attack. That was truly phenomenal. And now, it's a 3v3 battle.
30 seconds left.
The mid control has been taken. Players are moving in from boiler. This is not looking easy as we. Yes, I can.
It's totally very much difficult a 3v situation where Orgless 6, they are struggling as you told, Raider.
10
I
seconds
think
left.
you are very optimistic because now it's difficult for Orgless 6
planted.
because it's a 3v2 situation where the man advantage is into the side of
2v2
Silent
now, yep.
Assassins.
I mean, yes, the manpower was there, but
Last player
currently it's a
standing.
2v2 equation. Oh my god, Nico finds JM. This is a blunder being done. The last man standing behind yellow is going to be this Sova, and he also goes down. The cove was already created by this harbor. He was more than ready to go for a defusal, and he did it. And there you go. The defenders are already popping it off. Orgless 6, they're showing why it's our pick and how phenomenal we can be. That's a very, very efficient round coming in from OR6, or should I say Orgless 6. The question is, will they be able to follow it up? That's the main question. We have individuals like Sarex, Inola, Xeon, Tyrant, Nico. All of these individuals are trying to put up a A game. You can see the smiles on their face because they do know that their start is quite good. But the question is, are they going to end in a good way, or are they going to get just completely shut down? Because it was the first round. There is often one of those scenarios where opponent lose the pistol round, but they start popping off and this full buy is going to come. And I think it's a possibility that we will get to see a 2-0 scoreline. But after that, maybe things will change.
Revealing area.
Yes, totally. I could see the happiness on their face after winning the first round. And that should be, you have to be very much calm, composed as we talked before the match. But right now, that was a true comeback from Orgless 6. Because when you are having that man that's advanced and getting back in the game, especially in the first round, that was truly phenomenal, Raider. And now, everybody will try their level best. Leon is waiting in. Wall has been created in front of him. He's trying to get the best position out there using Killjoy. Tyrant is using Sova over there. He's waiting for the right moment. Simple. He's still waiting. And yes, now Orgless 5, they are having advantage. They're having good weapons. I'm sorry, Orgless 6, they're having an advantage. Yes, they would be utilizing as that well. But oh, there comes the comeback by SA2. A good counter-attack was done. And now it's a 4v4 battle.
Scanning
See,
ahead.
is going to pull through. The plant is yet to come. We just have 30 more seconds to play along with.
30
This is
seconds
definitely
left.
going to be an enticing task. But look at this. Look at the KJ. She's holding on mid, patiently waiting. And Nico, will you be able to get that inside? Indeed, he gets it. Believe in Knight missed the first shot. And that is not going to happen when it comes to the harbor. There comes the cascade. They're more than ready with their utils. That's the most
10
important stuff at
seconds
this point.
left.
But the plant is getting queued in. The plant is going to be there. Shibi gets the plant done, but the outlaw has been missed. Both the shots are out of the equation, and there comes the 3v3. Stinger shots are still connecting. Cyrex finds one with Guardian, and Cyrex gets the last one as well, and that's it. It is going to be an Orgless 6 round, but the trouble is that Silent Assassins 2 were able to plant the spike, and not just that, they were able to damage out the economy from their opponent's perspective. That means reinvestments are going to come, and in an equation in the third round, once the full buy is going to be there for Silent Assassin 2, these guys known as Orgless 6, they are going to fight with the crippled buy. They're going to fire with a forced buy, I believe, and that is not going to be easy to deal with, because as we can see that the economical advantage now totally falls in the hands of SA2, that is Silent Assassins 2, but Orgless 6, they are fighting with Outlaw, Bucky, Sheriffs, and the guy known as Tyrant is not even having a shield. Maybe he's going to buy it before the timer runs out, but trust me, this is not at all looking easy for them now.
Well, a scoreline of 2-0 right now. At least the lead is into the side of Orgless 6, and now we are expecting a comeback from SC2. Let's see, is that possible or not? Because this is the stand, this is the area where you have to use those utils, where you have to use the teamwork and those skills and everything at the right time. Because if you're raiding, it's going to be very difficult. Oh, that was a close combat coming in. Both have lost their one player. Neko has taken down Simple over there. Now, having a shotgun into the hand of Kidula using Jet as an agent will give him a good confidence over there. But right now, Tyrant is getting back, trying to spot the position, creating those walls around those areas. Moving in, doing controls over there, and oh, that could be difficult, that could be difficult. Sova using the abilities very lightly. And yes, the scanning is back.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Spike Diffuser has been killed, and the attackers, they have got that comeback. This was totally unexpected. Orgless 6, they were not ready for this, and that disappointment is totally being seen on the faces. That was truly very, very difficult for them.
Right here.
Well, the start was good. I mean, 4v4 was the competition that we got to show after the plant. But after that, even the Hunter's Fury came into the picture, but SC2 was unable to like really get the advantage out of it because nobody was tagged with the Hunter's Fury. But after that, following it up, they were able to implement a Cove, and after that, I guess the Diffusal was coming in. Even half diff was done. But following it up, the downfall of the three other individuals was not that easy. Even the Diffuser was also taken down. So yeah, following it up was not an easy task, but Cyrex gets a valuable one. The duelist ISO has been picked off. Simple goes down. That's a good pick for Cyrex. Now from that particular corner, it's basically a 4v5 equation. You have to push in, you have to plant. Obviously the flanks could come in. You can see Jet lurking over there, but there is an alarm bot already placed. I don't think so the lurk is going to work. Oh, there you go. You shut down the alarm bot. That means you have given up your positioning. Xeon looking forward to shut him down, but eventually he has to push back a bit, and he's waiting for his teammate to gather around. And as we can see from the spawn, the Jet is already relocating. This is going to be interesting, but JN finds a sweet spot to hit on directly onto the skull of Xeon. Now that is troublesome, and look at Xeon already pulsing back. Cyrex, this was a good pick coming in. 2 takedowns already, 2 kills already coming in from Cyrex. The question is, will he be able to get more? Here comes the Lear, but the plant is going to get queued in behind the box. They're going to make sure that the plant is there. And we have 3 ultimates online. Reckoning could come in, I believe. Yes, Sava can go for the Reckoning, and then following it up, Reina can push in. They really want to get some initial picks. Ah, there you go. I was talking about Reckoning, and here comes Reckoning. They have the idea where the players are. The info has been released, and through that, trouble rises.
Last player standing.
Oh, last player standing for SC2. It's tough for him. Oh wow, last it out, but nah, that's not possible. Orgless 6. They are very much ready, and the defenders, they'll win this match. Oh my goodness, they'll win this round, and that was truly, truly phenomenal. And this is what a comeback looks like. You know, if you lose one round, you're ready to get a comeback in the second one. So yeah, they did it very, very nicely. And now the question is that, will SA2 take that revenge? Are they very much ready? Or winning that single round was just a favor of luck?
I think that was a well executed round, all thanks to the condition where Orgless 6 didn't had that kind of buy in their favor. They were playing on Sheriffs, Buckies, and eventually one outlaw was there in their favor. But I still believe that they were able to massively dent out the economical advantage that SA2 had. The question is from here, after 4 rounds, oh my god, initially as well we get to see Bladestorm, and along with that even the Empress getting queued in, and we have Simple taking up against Harbor. But who is going to win? Is it going to be Simple? Indeed, he wins that particular fight. But how far is he going to push in? Ooh, Shibi, what a good backup. That was amazing. Shuts down the Empress Reina. Now Tyrant, he pushes in. There's a shot, misses one, but won't be missing on the next one. Takes 2 down. Massive blunder being done, but there you go with the Gaia Vengeance Vandal. Vengeance is here as Orgless 6 wins one more crucial round in their favor, and they're going to recuperate and recapitalize onto that operator that they lost on the mid. But what a beautiful round coming in. What a beautiful recovery, to be precise, after those many ults. I mean, they were able to invest on an Empress, a Bladestorm came in, kill contract was utilized. So yes, Silent Assassins 2 went on and pushed in with a lot of ultimates, but unfortunately the result was not that optimum. Now for this 6th round, they again have a lockdown available. They can use it. KJ can be quite fruitful and on point with that particular approach. Now the hindsight, Orgless 6 is also available with the Bladestorm.
Orgless 6, they were totally phenomenal in that last round, and oh my god, using the Bladestorm in the initial phases. That's totally very much clear, a clear message to the opponents. They're just gonna be too lethal for SA2. And this is a comeback which they're gonna give. And there you go, one by one. They're executing their plans one by one. They're taking down the opponents. And now it's a scoreline of 4-1. The way they played in the last round, that was totally phenomenal. They were too aggressive, they were too fast. Within a snap, they completed the round. They took that 1 point, and now they are trying to do the same. But this time as a 2, they are totally ready. Silent assassin, they're truly silent and they're not compromising with their names. They are ready to fight. They're ready to count to the fight, because now the situation is 4v3 where you can get a comeback from here. But is that possible? Not looking like, because Orgless 6, they're not ready to give that comeback to SA2.
They would love to have a good, should I say, round buffer. They have currently
30
three
seconds left.
buffers at this point, but looking forward to see how the whole equation goes on. And for now, it does feel like that the attackers are trying to move in. Ooh, that was a good shot from Chibi. He waited, showed the patience, and was able to shut the opponent down. But believe in Knight through the kitchen. This guy is already pretty close to CD spawn. Now that is something different to talk about. What a believable, interesting shot that was. Oh,
My
Rosa finding the sweet spots to hit on. Here comes a lockdown, but even before that, oh, he cancels the lockdown. Rosa gets taken down. He was about to utilize the Viper's Pit, but that is not going to happen. There you go.
Beauty.
Nico becomes the star of the moment as he goes with a 1v4 play in this scenario. Amazing. Orgless 6 survives. Silent Assassins 2 have to once again calculate, re-strategize, and bring their glory back.
Well, it's looking like a single-handed battle held by Orgless 6. The way they are pulling it off, that's truly phenomenal. They have just lost one round, and from here, the way they are playing in from the last 2 rounds, the aggression which they are putting in the game, the lethalness which they are putting in the game, it's difficult for Silent Assassin to get a comeback from here. But still, I believe you have pretty more rounds. If you are not getting a comeback in the next 2 rounds, I think Raider, then it would be very much difficult and practically very much impossible after the next 2-3 rounds to get a comeback and win the match, win the first match of the day. And if you lose the first match by this many difference, I think that would be really very difficult. Your morale will become down in the next 2 matches. But let's see how it's going to be. Now again, the battle has been started from the earliest moment. They are very much ready. GN having that weaponry into his hand. Will give him a lot of confidence. And yes, we have seen that how 1v2, 1v3 has been done in the last few matches.
The few rounds that we have seen so far in 6 rounds, yes, only 6 have been a very good contender, but this shock dart, this is going to hurt them. And there comes the Hunter's Fury once again. It is just not going to be fruitful enough as nobody comes into the Hunter's Fury, but JN, he is just phenomenal. Here comes the other duelist. Simple finds few more amazing picks, but the players are getting detained. I believe that's the Jet who has been detained at this point in the lockdown. But as soon as she comes in, here comes the operator online. Will she be able to get something? Yes, indeed. She gets one. She gets another one. Ginola wrapping up 2 individuals, pushing into the kitchens, going to save her operator. That's amazing play coming in. And not just that, Silent Assassins 2 once again. That's again an investment coming through. But Orgless 6, impressive plays coming in. Although they faltered down in the previous round. Still, I have to say this. It's a 5-2 scoreline. A decent comeback should be there from Silent Assassins 2. But if the scoreline is 7-5 in the favor of Orgless 6, I think they will already be at a good spot. It's an attacking map and they can have their advantage. And given that it's their pick, they're already looking like a team which can do a lot of damage to their opponent.
Well, there's a still chance of comeback for our Silent Assassin. The name is not justifying the team performance, because 5-2 scoreline where Silent Assassin is totally very much ready. But right now, Silva using the abilities very nicely. Oh, Ginola over there. Chet using the abilities very rightly, dashing it from here to there. It's a good battle over there, and that is a good combat fight where SA2, they're again down to 1 man, and now it's totally been done and dusted. Orgless 6 again winning this round as well. They're looking truly unstoppable. And coming back to replay, this was the moment where the game just twisted and turned into the favor of Orgless 6. And here, 1 by 1, they lost every player from their team. And I could see lack of coordination and lack of communication between Silent Assassin, because the way they are playing, I think they have to focus a bit. They have to keep that communication a bit, because I could see the happiness onto the face of the players of Orgless 6 and disappointment onto the face of Silent Assassin, because now the scoreline is heading towards the end. 6-2 is the scoreline right now, and very soon this round will end. And after that, in the second round, I don't think we'll go for more than 5 or 6 matches, because the way the scoreline is, if Orgless 6 is going to win another 3 or 4 matches, then it's totally done and dusted for SA2.
Totally agree with your point that the next few rounds are going to matter a lot. Who is going to take the lead away? Kinola in his previous performances have already shown us how fruitful he can be. And look at him once again holding off a very good spot on top of the yellow with the updraft. He's right there, placing himself on a very interesting spot. He can easily shut down 2 to 3 individuals from here. But obviously, after taking one pick, I think he's going to go for a dash. He's going to push away from this equation, but nobody's really swinging in. Look at those cautious moves that are coming in. But Jet, he swings. He's got that info. The players are going to swing from that particular corner. Has got a singer to play with. Ah, what a lovely shot was. Amazing pick coming in. Not just that, he takes down the KJ as well. Kinola, he's just on par. He's just so effective. Misses a few shots, but was able to take 2 down initially. Now he's already down to like minimum of HP, like 20% HP in his favor. Oh, no. Simple gets the advantage. He had that shield in his favor. The plant might queue in, but the aftershock is just going to hurt. Not aftershock, but shock darts are going to hurt. That's exactly what happened. Tyrant's pick 1. He misses onto the next one. Rosa, being the last man standing, also gets encountered. Cyrex gets the last pick. Although I believe that Orgless 6 should have not lost these many individuals. They could have easily survived. But yeah, the overcommitments, the overswings, the overpeaks that they were coming in with in this previous round, that costed them. But Kinola, what an amazing individual this guy is. The performance that he brings is absolutely on par. In every single round, he's breaking the momentum, shutting down the opportunities for the opponents. And that's exactly why it's a 7-2 scoreline, and I can officially say we have a lead. We have a domination in the first half, because right now, as a defensive team, you should be on 2 rounds and the other guys should be on 7 rounds, but it's other way around. Orgless 6 is definitely showing why it's their pick and how comfortable they are with it. But yes, a tactical timeout from Silent Assassins 2.0 was much needed. Now it has been queued in. The possible scoreline that they're looking at right now would be 7-5.
Yes, totally. Looking at the current condition, it's very, very much difficult for Silent Assassin to get a comeback. And now the name is justifying the team and the team performance. Silent Assassin, and they're looking really very silent at this time. They must be talking, engaging with each other, boosting each other confidence, and discussing what could be more better in the next half. Because now comebacks is very much required. And there you go. This is the team who is now dominating. And yes, the smile onto their face. They're looking pretty confident. Tyrant, the backbone of the team, Sarix over there, is also very much ready, and now they're very pumped up and excited for the second half, because from here they can win this battle. They're on the verge of winning this game, and there you go. Recon Bold in start itself, initial starts. Kinola over there is very much ready. Left dash and is coming in. Smoke balls have been created over there. Kinola again moving in the use of knife. It was done for this time being. And shot was still yet to be taken. 1 minute to the side. A 4v4 battle. 7-2 scoreline. Pressure has been transferred. Is that possible? Sion over there is waiting in. Oh, this could be difficult. Tyrant using the abilities very nicely at the correct time. But still, man advantage secured by both the teams.
I think the only probable answer to Kinola's op is basically the kill contract. This guy has been doing it for the last few rounds. That's amazing. But here comes the retaliation. Nico out there from the mid. Down behind the pipe. He was able to shut one down. Ooh, Tyrant got distracted in between 2 targets. Rosa was able to capitalize from the yellow. But not just that, we'll get to see the reckoning coming in. Oh, he takes 1 down. Oh, not just 1, but 2. It's the question of what the swiper is going to do. The answer is nothing. That's the answer. Nothing is going to be the case. Orgless 6 is going to move in once again with the victorious smile on their face as they win the 10th round, and that's a total of 8 rounds going in their favor and 2 in the favor of Team Silence Assassin 2. But the question is, with this kind of a difference, how far you're going to go? And the Main problem with a jet going on in that operator is basically whenever you go in kill contract, you can't do much. In the previous kill contract, Ginola wanted to perform within classic, but nothing fruitful came through from that particular corner. In this particular round, I have to say that the shield was already broken, so he decided to play on an operator in the kill contract, but nothing valuable was there in this particular scenario as well. And trust me, this is not looking good because this was the round just after uh, tactical timeout. So they have planned, they have plotted. The execution was not at all good, but simple this time is going to be valuable. What was this,
Spike
Ginola?
down B.
That guy was using the old drone. You should have given him the time, but this guy was like, nope, you're not going to get anything valuable from our perspective. You're going to get taken down. That's exactly what happened. Possibly a plant will be there, but Orgless 6, they are already on the losing streak when it comes to the manpower, but they equalize as Tyrant picks one. Simple retaliates by taking down the backstab. Ginola goes down.
Well, this is the game where Silent Assassin they can get a comeback from because they're having a man advantage. And now you have to be very much alert. Every step taken by you, by your teammates, should be very, very careful. And Jian, he's ready. He's ready for that utilities to be used. Tyrant onto the other end, waiting carefully. You have just 46 seconds remaining. You have to be very quick, very fast. One wrong move, things may turn around. Winning this round for Silent Assassin is really very important because Orgless 5 are
planted.
leading with those 6 points into their favor and the spark has been planted. Now the question is that would be they able to defense it out? A very, very huge question rising using the recon bolt of their Tyrant again moving in, trying to find a way. Vandal will give him a lot of confidence. But now, Jet, he is very much ready to take the
One
fight.
enemy remaining.
Done and dusted. The cove is right there. Nico wants to stick in, but eventually he knows that there is still a one guy lurking in the shadow, and that's Rosa. When will Rosa queue in? Rosa out there just holding the corner. I think there is some certain technical difficulty that Rosa is facing. I really wanted to see how that
Last
Viper can
round
affect this
before the
particular
switch.
approach, but it's already 9-2 scoreline, and we are already approaching the last round of the first half. It does feel like that the competition is already going south for the lads of Team Silent Assassins too, because Orgless 6, they're just being phenomenal. In every single round, they bring the textbook play, and somehow it still works. I think the big problem that the other guys are having in terms of attacking side, I believe, is the coordination, is the callouts that they are trying to miss on. And at the same point, if you see that every now and then they are approaching the B side, even when their attacks are failing, they're still approaching the B side. They're trying to infiltrate the mid. It's never going to work that easily because in the kitchens, in first few rounds, we got to see Believe in Night. That's the KJ from attacking side. He was trying to like infiltrate, was trying to like get that info in the kitchen region. Was able to go over there, but eventually got shut down. And after that, we can see alarm bot and turrets getting placed over there so that they can have that advantage. Not just that, the placement of swarm grenades is also something which is quite interesting to watch. But with that, yes, we do have a technical pause coming in. I have to say this, that get at least a 9-3 scoreline so that we can joke around with the curse coming to the picture. But if that is not going to be the case, I think 10-2, that will be a massive blow to the play style of Silent Assassins 2 because then they will have to play a lot more defensive. Obviously, they're going to go and become the defenders in the second half. But the second half is not going to be easy as this is an attack sided map. It's the pick of Orgless 6. I've said this enough time, and I'm going to say this one more time that Orgless 6 definitely looks like they have prepared this map way too well. They are looking like a team who is in their momentum, in their element, and I think their performance is not going to go down that easily.
Yeah, totally. 9-2 is the score, and right now, Orgless 6, they are having a pretty good lead, a lead of 7 points into their Silent, which is truly massive, and it's difficult for Silent Assassin to get a comeback from here. But still, it's a deciding round of the first go, so you have to be really, really very planned enough with all those things. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the game, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, do share the stream because this is a very, very enjoying matches. This is very, very entertaining matches for us, and I believe for audience as well. And I believe very soon this technical pause will be over, and I think this is really very required, especially for Silent Assassin, to break the momentum of Orgless 6, because if Orgless 6 goes in same momentum throughout the day, I don't think even it's a BO1 or BO3 or BO5, it doesn't matter to this particular team, because the way they are playing in, they're not ready to give a single chance, a single turn to their opponents, whether it's Silent Assassin or any other team.
Well, the best part for me is that it does feel like that the total control has already been snatched away, and you just are left with one single round in the first half. That doesn't mean that you can't bring yourself back in the game. I think this is the round where they should win, given that they have some good buys in their favor. I can see Rosa pretty much prepped up with a full buy coming to the picture. On the hindsight, if Simple, because Rosa was able to save the weapon in the previous round to be precise. So that was a good scenario for them. But I can see everybody is investing in those good ARs coming to the picture. Yes, there are certain half shields also coming in. The guy known as Simple, we have Jen on that same corner, but Simple is ready with the kill contract as well. So we have one ultimate from his corner. But if you talk about few other individuals, I think Rosa is pretty close to the ultimate. That guy can actually go ahead and get one frag or maybe go for the plant as well along the way, so that they can get that advantage of having a Viper Spit available as well, because Viper Spit can really be beneficial for an individual. As a controller, you can easily hold the game, be the anchor of that post plant scenario. But with that, guys, the technical difficulties are done and dusted. We are ready for the last round of the first half in this very first map today in the playoffs day number 2. And with that, slow, steady, cautious approach coming to the scenario. Cascade has been utilized, and there comes the all zone as well. Getting all the info it's possible. But on the high side, the kill contract, I think that is in vain. Nobody got into the kill contract in the league.
Yes, totally. 9-2 is the score line. You have 1 minute 16 seconds remaining by your side. Rosa is planting the spike.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, the spike has been planted. Now, this could be a tough battle. There you go. This time, Silent Assassin. Technical break was truly phenomenal for them, but Orgless is not ready to give up this easily. There you go. Oh my god. Now, Silent Assassin is down to 2 men. Are they gonna get the comeback? Rosa still hiding. Oh, Killjoy, last player standing. It's Rihanna waiting in, leaving Knight, moving in, trying to find the last Lone Ranger surviving. And that was a pretty good connection. And here you go. It's very much difficult to break the momentum of Orgless 6 because the way they are playing, oh my goodness, they are looking just unstoppable. They're not ready to give up so easily. And now, with this win of this round, they have won the first half as well. And yes, that was pretty good, Raider.
I have to just say this, one of the worst postman scenarios that I've seen so far in the whole Showdown Series Season 2, to be honest. The start was good for them. They were able to plant. On the hindsight, Believe in Night was even able to shut down Ginola. That means backstab was also done. After that, what happened? Why Simple you had to grapple up and eventually go on to the nest? You were spotted, you got taken down. On the hindsight, if you talk about Tyrant, his weapon peeked into the Viper's pit, and Viper was like, I'm going to spray onto him. And instantaneously, the retaliation came through. Viper went down, and that's how the Viper's pit, the whole advantage that you were trying to have, was completely gone. Even initially as well, if you see Simple's ult was wasted, then even Rosa, similar thing happened to that particular individual as well. So all in all, one of the worst post-ban scenario, to be precise. They were totally not able to control the whole equation, and it was a downfall situation for them. Obviously, Believe in Night did a fun job of getting some good picks, but from here we get to see the second half. Here comes the Recon Bolt, but Simple is going to revert. He's angry, he's anxious, he's chaotic at this point. He gets the first pick, and with that, Orgless 6 already on a deficit. Reina is already quite low, but Orgless 6, they will still fight back, probably.
Our spike's down.
Beautiful,
Spike down
beautifully
A.
played. Orgless 6. Now they have to maintain that same legacy in the second half as well, because the way Silent Assassin have started, they are here with some another message, with some new message, because right now 2 players of Orgless 6 has been taken down, and it's a 5v3 battle where the man advantage is totally into the side of Silent Assassin, and they're not looking silent anymore. They're ready to fight back. They're ready to give back everything
30 seconds
what
left.
has been disrupted in the first half. And right now, you have only 30 seconds left. And yes, beautiful, beautiful. Orgless 6, they're proving themselves with their skill sets.
They're making sure that they still get the plant done. And yes, the plant has been done. They're trying to set up a good perimeter, but Xeon finds Rosa. Now that is some valuable pick. But JN going in for a backstab. And beyond the yellow, we get to see Ginola faltering down, but Cyrex still gets one. And there was a Devour coming in. That means Cyrex is back to some good HP.
Last player
They win.
standing.
Oh, there you go, Cyrex. Make sure that Simple pays the price. And the question arises, Duelist versus Duelist. Oh my god, it is going to be Cyrex winning the round away. 11-2 is the scoreline. The way this round started, It was never in my mind that there could be a possible comeback, specifically on the B side, because it's very easy to go for a post plant if you are deep into the site.
Yeah.
But Silent Assassins 2, you are not that silent anymore, as the pain, the anguish is already screaming on top of your play. The kind of overcommitment that I got to see was just something not valuable to watch. There you go, 11-2 is the scoreline. One step away from this match point, and one step away after that for the map victory in their favor. I have to say this. Total downfall of Silent Assassins 2 is incoming, guys. I don't believe there is a possibility. I mean, obviously there's going to be a force buy coming in this round, but I don't know how fruitful it is going to be.
It's totally difficult. It's totally difficult for Silent Assassin to get a comeback from here. I thought the way they played the last round, it was difficult for Orgless to get a comeback, but I don't know how they got a comeback from there. And the momentum, the confidence, the communication, coordination, whatever we say between that is totally on the top, and it's totally been displayed on their play as well. But right now, again, Orgless, they're ready to win the 12th round of the day. And right now, Silent Assassin, they're totally silent. The last player, Rosa, well, he'll not survive for a longer period of time. And there you go, he's been taken down. And, you know, the happiness, the excitement has totally been delivered onto their faces. And yes, you know, Silent Assassin, they're truly silent, very much silent. And I think disappointed as well.
I think the hope of winning this particular map is already out of equation. Orgless 6, they have been phenomenal in their pick. They've given just 2 opportunities to their opponent, and that too in the first half when they were on the tough spot of defensive sides. But looking at the attacking one, I can clearly see how far they can push in. But obviously the reinvestments are going to come through because few of the individuals were taken down. Kinola on the Sheriff. He is a phenomenal individual, but Simple retaliates by taking down Nico. Now, that's not good. Simple goes in for the kill contract. AJ right in front of him. But Xeon still gets a bit of him. Still gets the upper hand onto Simple. Now that is a massive blow to the morale once again. Cyrix on the other corner against Zayn. Rosa retaliates. She was able to take down Xeon. But the question is how far these individuals will push in. But Kinola with an outlaw is indeed performing like an outlaw. He's just pushing. He's just ripping apart the opponents and getting the better of him. There you go. One more Vandal shot. Cyrix is now with a beautiful weapon in his hand, and he's just performing in a way where everything is just going south for Team Silent Assassins 2. This could be the last possible round, and I don't doubt that because of the fact that it's just believing in Knight left right now. He has got a Guardian. If something valuable comes in, that would be amazing to watch, but I doubt that is going to come. But there you go. What a valuable Guardian headshot that was. There you go. Missing the first one. Attaining the next one. Kinola saves the day once again for the Team Orgless 6. And with a scoreline of 13-2 and just 15 rounds, we have the verdict. The very first map in the lower bracket, round number 1, match number 1, has been taken down in the favor of Team Orgless 6. They are the winners. Look at the instant replay so that you can see those amazing shots coming in. But at the end, I really have to say, what an amazing comeback from these lads. Orgless 6, they were taken down in few rounds, but the way they were stepping onto the palette, getting those amazing crucial picks in their favor was just so amazing.
Yeah.
But kudos to them for winning their own pick. Question is, Heaven and Ascent are the up to next maps. If you win the Heaven map, it's already done and dusted. You are going to make sure that the other team is going to get eliminated from the competition. On the hindsight, if you lose the map of Heaven, which is of course the pick of Silent Assassins 2, then obviously the Decider is going to queue in. From my heart, I would like to see the Decider, but I think looking at the performance, I think it's a little bit tough to say that Decider is going to come.
Yeah, very true. You know, I won't be very much surprised if the next match also is won by Orgless 6. The way they are playing, the way they are putting all the efforts out there, the way they are, you know, fighting with the opponents, their intent is very much clear. They are, you know, giving a spontaneous message that we are very much here to dominate the game, and the way they dominated, that was truly very phenomenal. In 15 rounds, you're winning the game. That's totally on the top of the game. And right now, what I believe, as you spoke about it, in the next match, you want to see the Decider one, but what I believe in the next match, if they go with that same momentum, same confidence, same coordination, which is not going to change in few minutes, so I'm pretty much sure that they're gonna win. This is my prediction, Raider. What's your?
I also believe that is going to happen. I also believe that Orgless 6, it's their day. They're going to survive for one more day precisely. Maybe in the next upcoming matches, maybe they're going to falter down, but this is not the day where they're going to falter down, specifically due to the momentum that they have got and the kind of synergy that they are showing us. That's amazing. Obviously, there are certain difficulties that they might face in the map of Heaven, because it's obviously a triple-sided map, a little bit more difficult if you are on the defensive side. There are certain challenges that are going to come through. We'll talk about that map as well, but even before that, I want to talk about this particular map. The only two times when Inola's operator was shut down was all thanks to the kill contract coming in from Simple. So he had to invest on those kill contract and obviously got the value, no doubt in that. But after that, if you see against Xeon, that kill contract was not going to work. Simple was playing in the second half, I'm talking about. Simple was playing on an Guardian, and exactly similar weapon was there in the favor of Xeon. Simple missed the first two shots. Xeon is not going to do that. Xeon made sure that the kill contract is just going to go in vain, and that was not just the first time. I think in 15 rounds, we got to see 4 to 5 kill contracts. 2 of them were valuable, 2 of them were not. And so for that reason, the 50% success ratio is not going to help them a lot. And also, when you look at the overall stats, I believe it is going to come pretty soon. I would like to admit the fact that kill contract, apart from that, the Blade Storm, these two things were quite valuable. But if you see the other ultimates, be it the Viper's Pit, the KJ's knockdown, nothing so far. Hunter's Fury, not even a single round was effective with that particular Hunter's Fury. So yes, the ultimates that could have been phenomenal in this map of Icebox, they were not cherished in that particular manner. Blade Storm and Simple's kill contract, I have to say, like, 2 duelists were working their way, but the other guys, they were faltering short. Rosa, kudos to her efforts, because she was able to approximately save quite a few rounds. Like, she was on the verge of clutching those particular rounds. But anyway, it went out of her hands. But I have to say this, the combined effort, the team effort, it was somewhere lost.
Yeah, you had a lot of opportunity in the first game itself, but you lost it, and now this is the second chance into the map of Heaven. This is what we discussed earlier. You have a best of 3 where we would get 3 different maps and 3 different chances as well. So for Silent Assassin, it's another chance. It's a new chance. It's a new game and in a different map. If you're not good in Icebox, it's a different game of Heaven. So yeah, let's see how they're gonna perform. What's their strategy in this game? How they're gonna come back? Are they gonna come back? This is the most important question arising. And at the same time, guys, if you're enjoying the Esports Club Showdown Series Season 2, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream, because this is really very important for us, for the cast, the production team, everybody out there who is putting all the efforts, likewise the players. So even we can get some moral support, and we could come back with Season 3 very soon. But at the same time, Raider, very soon we would be moving towards the stats, and we would see how actually the game was, what are all the stats and how it's actually coming in. But right now, the second match of Heaven, how much are you excited, guys? Please show your love in the chat section as well.
I think the excitement is quite on par from everybody, to be honest. Even the players were quite excited, as we got to see on the player cams that everybody was so pumped. The first few rounds, when that happened, we got to see Silent Assassin's 2 scams, and eventually they were worried about what is going to happen, because they were already doubting their approaches in this whole scenario. But then again, Simple, and on the hindsight, if you talk about Jane, these 2 individuals, they were quite phenomenal from their side. They made sure that whatever value has to come through, it is going to be there from their perspective. Now let's look at the scoreboard as well, so that we have a brief idea of how it all happened. As we can see from attacker's perspective, should I say Silent Assassins 2.0's perspective, in the first half, not a lot of value came through. In the second half, yes, they were picking up the flags. Simple on ISO, JN on Jet, both of them were quite valuable. Even Rosa, for the same reason, on Viper, that individual was able to get 14 flags, which is the highest from Silent Assassins 2.0. That really shows how effective and ineffective at the same time the whole team effort was. Because if you see, Believe in Night, backstabs, yes, you were able to clear that. But what about Shippy? In some initial rounds with the Sheriff, this guy was phenomenal. But after that, yes, the total downfall was pretty clear, pretty evident to me. On the hindsight, if you look at the MVP of the match, it is definitely going to be Cyrex from Orgless 6, as this individual with an ACS of 323 and an ADR of 198 with an headshot percent of 13% and the first kills are 2, he really showed what is the true meaning of having a duelist in your team.
Yeah, let's see how it's going to be. If we talk about KD, it's 20/5/3, ACS is 323, HS percent is 13%, damage of 2975 was delivered. Orgless 6 Cyrex, he was totally phenomenal, MVP of the map. The way he played, that was totally on the next level. First kill was 2, and right now, Raider, very soon we would be moving towards the second match of the day, which is the map of heaven. We are really excited to see how actually this is going to be, and I could see the excitement in the chat section as well. The way audience is really pumped up and energetic with the second match of heaven. They're discussing a lot of things, a lot of questions, and even about the comeback of Silent Assassin. This would be a really engaging match as well, because if Silent Assassin getting a comeback, which means they're going to break the momentum of Orgless 6, and after that we would see a new game in the decider match of Decent, at how they're going to play in the last match. So yeah, I really want to see a comeback from Silent Assassin, but is that possible? Practically it's not looking like, because Orgless 6, they're not ready to give up at all.
I don't know, maybe things are going to change because Heaven is the pick. Heaven is the pick of obviously one and only Team Silent Assassins 2.0, so I'm looking forward to see what happens over there. But whenever we talk about leaderboards, we have one more leaderboard to talk about, and it's the level up leaderboard, guys. Remember, if you are finishing on the top 3 at the end of this tournament, like Fluffy, like because of Batman or Summer, you are going to get the right goodies. So stay tuned to see what happens over there, and all the individuals, be it Lion, he's pretty close to it, Deadflake coming in, Opa, Cynic says Noob, Garb, Fearless, Gambo, these guys are in the top 10, but you have to be in the top 3 if you want the right goodies coming your way. So this is a very interesting leaderboard, which sums up with the number of maps that you played, the ACS that you are coming up with, the KDA ratio has been checked, and the point. If you look at Fluffy's point distance, yes, it was quite amazing. We had seen a lot of differences coming through in the level up leaderboard as well, but I guess along the way, players are trying to evolve, they're trying to step up. So it's not just about the team effort, it's all about the individual performances as well. If you are good at it, obviously the level up leaderboard is going to showcase that as well. So I'm looking forward to see who's going to be on the top and who are 3 individuals who are going to get the right goodies, because that's always fun to have.
Yes, certainly. Let's see who are all those lucky winners at the time. We would be very soon moving towards the match as well. The second match of the day, it's a best of 3. We have, gone through the first match, which was a totally dominating one by Orgless 6. The way they won the battle was truly, truly phenomenal. A domination was delivered by the team. But right now, second match, a change in the map. And I would like to know that, Raider, what do you expect as, picking up the agents? What would be the best 5 agents for a best winning side in this particular map?
I think go for Sentinel pick, and that would be KJ from my side. Cypher, it is good, but then again, if a opponent is there with a Jet or maybe a Raze, he's going to just go for satchels or paintshell nades or even updraft and dashes, and they can just swing in. Even before we dive into the conversation of Heaven, I think we will take a short break, and after that we'll be back to see what happens in the map of Heaven. So stay tuned and be awaited, guys, because the action is still on.
System. Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Well, folks, as promised, after a quick short break, yes, we are once again back at the Esports Club Presents Showdown Series Season 2 of Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, with our GP partner Exotic Gaming and media partner Gossip.gg. Now, the question is, who will win this? We will decide either we are going to go through the decider or are we going to see a 2-0 equation in the lower bracket match number 1. Well, the equation for Silent Assassins 2.0 is very tricky at this point because, yeah, it's their pick, but then again, it's an equation from where they have to fight deciders. They have to make sure that they go to the decider first, and otherwise it's pretty much done and dusted for them. The run for Showdown Series Season 2 is already going to be over for them if they lose this competition. So that's the question, guys. I think we are ready with the action pretty soon. We are going to witness the whole approach. But yeah, Eagle, what do you think about this game?
Well, I'm really very excited, and as I've done my prediction before as well, Raider, I believe Orgless 6, the way they are playing in, the way they are putting all the efforts, the way they have showed their skill set
Uh-huh.
in the first match, and they have the momentum of the game. They have a good grip in the game. I don't think it's very much practically possible for Silent Assassin to get a comeback, though they have tried in few rounds, but they were unable to. So what I believe that there should be something very different by Silent Assassin, then only they can get a comeback. Otherwise, I don't think it's very much possible for them to beat Orgless 6 in this particular match.
I think the approach has to change. Most important thing for me is going to be how your agent selection screen goes on, because 40% of the game is going to get decided over there as well. 20% of the game is already decided, as we know that map of heaven is going to come through, but the other 40%, it is going to be the agent selection screen. Yesterday, I've seen teams crippling down, not just yesterday, but in every single Valorant match that I've ever casted, I've seen majority of the decisions go horribly wrong when it comes to agent select screens. But once the teams are ready with the agent select screens, once they have done good decisions in that particular POI, I think they can easily perform quite a bit, and then it all trickles down to the rest 40% of the part, and that is how you build your synergy, how you kind of play along the way in the map in the following rounds, because you have to play at least 13 rounds to be the winners. You have to be there in 13 rounds, you have to evolve along the way. But let's have a look at the agent select. As this point, I can see the defenders are once again going to be Orgless 6, just like the previous map, although being in the defender side once again gives you a lot of trouble in this particular map as well. But whatever I thought is pretty much being implemented by these individuals on the defensive side. I just want to see the lock coming in on KJ. Exact mirror comp from both the sides. So agent selection, kudos to that. I think it's a very good agent selection screen coming in from both the sides. Both the teams have done a great job at their approaches in terms of initiator. They have got Breach and Sovas to play along with. When it comes to their Sentinel, they have KJ to play along. When it comes to the Smoke Agent, you have Omen coming into the picture. And when it comes to Duelist, both of them had decided to go for the Jet. So I think this is now officially going to be a very close cutthroat game. Quite possibly, if the execution is not going to go wrong, Silent Assassin 2.0 can come back in this matchup.
Yes, totally. We have to see how actually the comeback will be looking like by Silent Assassin, but this would be not that easy for the team. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt very soon, and not very soon. Finally, we are going to go into the map of heaven. Let's see how actually these two teams gonna play, how actually the strategy would be. But right now, it's a 5v5 battle. Most
Right.
I could find Orgless 6 around those B area, and Orgless and Silent Assassin around those red areas as well. But you have to be really very careful. GN moving in, this is the first round where you have the pistols into your side and melee weapons as well. You have to win this round to get into the second round with a winning approach and get that buy option, and get that a good lead, a good head start, what we talk about in the second match.
I mean, JN is already quite incapacitated, as the damage was there from KJ's turret. Now they are trying to push, and they have got interesting weapons to play along with. But Tyrant holding this corner. Previously he was on Sova, right now he's on Omen, and he's just doing a fun job at it. Look at him going all in. Tyrant attacking onto JN as well. Now I don't think so it's going to be that inevitable, but Knight Rider, being as the name of Being Knight, he is just phenomenal. But from garage window, we get to see a different approach coming in. Here comes a blind from there. The last individual, KJ, is also going to get shut down. Yes, you start in a good manner, Silent Assassins 2.0, but you will end in a way that Orgless 6 wants you to be. What an amazing comeback coming in. Once again, the post-ban scenario is absolutely in the favor of Orgless 6. The way they started by provoking the other individuals, provoking the attackers to push in deep. I mean, why would you swing in these corners? Yes, you were trying to clear the backstabs, but it's just not going to work if you go that deep. Obviously, there are going to be individuals holding off certain corners, be it the garage window, be it the spawn angles, because Omen was right there. Tyrant was right there holding those corners off. That was amazing. And not just that, KJ's turret was also able to give like 50% of the damage already onto two individuals. Initially, it was, I believe, JN, and there was some other guy as well who got a lot of damage. Once again, turret is right there, giving away the position. They are pushing in. There comes a fault line, cloud burst, dash. A lot of utils once again being implicated, but this push is still going to be effective, I believe. Yeah, the plant is going to come.
It's a 1-0 score line. Orgless 6 very much ready, very much alert, and right now winning the first round will give them a lot of confidence about the second Talk about the second round, they have that, option into their hand. They have the ability to use it. Simple is giving that counter attack. Classics now bit of trouble, and yes, attackers, they have won that, and this is a comeback. Silent Assassin, oh my god, that was totally unexpected, and even I'm surprised, and the surprise has been delivered into their faces as well, and even Orgless, they are also very much surprised.
Good round, to be honest. A very efficient round coming in from Silent Assassin 2. The question is, how will they follow up from here? Yes, they do have the full shields, but look at their weapons. 2 Spectres, 1 Guardian. I mean, 3 Spectres, 1 Guardian, and 1 Sheriff coming into the picture. On the hindsight, we'll get to see some Marshals. But this time, they're going to make sure that C is not going to be the side that you're going to enter. But Rosa, she's going to take it away. Like it's taken down. Xeon still phenomenal with the Guardian. Giving me those moments, those amazing moments that were there in the previous map as well. Look at him going all in, getting 3K. Would have taken down the 4th one as well, but he got second to the best by the breach, holding out that particular corner. The question is, what will happen next? Well, the answer is a Marshal on the body of Knight Rider, and that's how Knight Rider goes down. We have a 2-1 scoreline already, guys. Orgless 6. Once again, coming back to the game. Very, very strong competition, to be honest. And they were playing on some Guardians and Marshal. Believe it or not, it's very tough to aim in these particular long-range areas. And look at this guy, Xeon, going all in, switching his aim. And even the Sova could have been taken down, but Shivi, he was taken down by the breach. But at the end, with loss of just one single individual, these guys from Orgless 6 were able to pull that round away in their favor. And look at Tyrant, still playing on a Marshal.
Well, we have to look forward to it, and how actually it's going to be. Right now, looking at the current situation, it's a 2-1 score line. 1 minute 30 seconds into their favor. But right now, Orgless 6, they're looking in trouble. I don't know what happened to Silent Assassin, because the way they played into the last round, that was truly, truly phenomenal. And right now, what I believe, they could get that game with that same momentum and same confidence. The way they showed their skill set in the last round, that was truly unexpected and very surprising for the
Wait.
as well.
Amazing.
Neko, that was again a surgical strike coming out of nowhere. Tyrant, there you go, 1 by 1. Orgless 6, now they're ready to give a reply.
Spike is dropped near garage, and there comes a fault line. Both of the players are going to get dazed, and there you go. Nico answers back, takes 3 down right outside the garage and 1 in the garage pathway. That's amazing. This is how one team has to play. The synergy, the callouts that they're following up. Look at that. I mean, this was amazing. What an execute, to be honest. Tyrant, even before going down, he was able to take 1 down. So every single individual, even if they're getting picked away, they're still bringing in the value for the team. And look at them going all in. Kinola, that guy who is quite on par with the duelist pick, this time he is actually playing on an initiator. He's down to like 2 frags right now, but his teammates Nico, Cyrex, those guys are still bringing in the value. But Shivi, from the other perspective, that's Sova, he still has to pop out. Now pushing onto the A shot, the information is going to pretty much relayed that the players are pushing in. But Shivi was able to deflect. He went right into the smoke and was able to come out of that area, that radius of that recon bolt. Alarm bot, it's right there, getting positioned. There goes the shot. Nico! Knight Rider goes down. Here comes Aftershock. Following it up with some beautiful flashpoints. Nothing valuable so far. You can't really enter once we have the anchors like Xeon and Nico holding the C site.
Yes, totally. That's truly very phenomenal by the players, by the teams, and it's flawless. As mentioned, a scoreline of 4-1. They haven't lost even a single player in the last round. That was truly very difficult for them. But I think it's a trademark style. Also, it is the second match of the day. It's best of 3 in the map of Heaven. And right now, attackers, they are taking their time. The timeout has been active for another 60 seconds. Yes, it's the tactical timeout. They're trying to take the momentum, which is really very required, because Silent Assassin, they're trying to break the momentum of Orgless 6, and it's very much important, because if you're going with that same flow, they're again going to do the same thing what they did in the last match. Somewhat the scoreline was very much similar. 4-1, then it went to 6, then it went to 7, then 7-2, and after that, that was almost like a 13-2. So yes, but I believe it's still really very difficult and challenging for the players.
The truth of this moment is Silent Assassins 2.0. You have to go back to your drawing board, and that's why you can see that tactical timeout coming in. They have to plan, they have to plot, they have to make sure that the execution is not going to go wrong, because it was basically a 2v5. If you see the previous round, it was a 2v5. Two individuals, actually, three individuals were taken down by Nico, and two individuals were taken down by Xeon. That's it. These two individuals, being the anchor on C side, they shut everything out. I don't know why till now there is no A hit coming in, because A site is actually one of the most easily hit site. You can actually go ahead and infiltrate the A shot. You can swing from A long and make sure that you push back your opponents from that particular area, and at least you can go for a plant. Yes, post plant might not be in your favor, but every now and then when you are not being able to get the value of this particular equation, why are you still committing? Now this time they're trying to approach B. Yes, it's going to be a B hit, as we can see Chain already going in with the abrupt, but yeah, Jane gets taken out. Nico with the aftershock takes Shivi out. But Jane with a 1v2 is still there in the picture. Shock Dart goes in, depleting away Rosa's HP, but not enough to completely put her down.
4-1 is the scoreline. It's a battle of 4v3. Silent Assassin having that man advantage right now. Jet. Oh, that was a good dash.
Wow.
That was a good dash
Amazing.
and totally unexpected by the opponents. Orgless 6. Now they have to be really very alert. Attack is very much ready, and it's difficult. It's a very difficult task. It's a very challenging task for the players and for the
Last
teams as
player
well.
standing.
Paranoia comes in. Here comes two individuals swinging all in. There you go. It's 4-2. Silent Assassins 2.0. Finally their execution is good enough, and their post plant is just decent enough to survive in this whole scenario. Obviously, it's not a very big upper hand that Silent Assassins 2.0 are able to get, but still, remember guys, we have 6 more rounds still there in the first half, so there is still a very big picture to be painted. I think there is a possibility of even an 8-4 scoreline. That is something that's quite possible. But looking at the ultimates at this point, Blade Storm from the Shadow, Rolling Thunder. 3 ultimates available from Silent Assassins 2.0, and they would be looking forward to completely snatch the whole total control in their favor. On the hindsight, Orgless 6, yes, they can go for a good close plant, even deny the plant with the Rolling Thunder if they do know, if they have the insight of where the players could be. But I'm patiently waiting to see how the whole execution part goes down. As we can say, Shivi once again making an approach. Recon Bolt going in, the positioning, the idea of the players is pretty much idealized, and eventually I can see the Paranoia also went in. But nobody has really committed onto the B side. They have like showed their presence. They can still back out. It could possibly a hit, but look at this. Ginola is right there. He's right there on the angles. He's just waiting patiently. If somebody overcommits, if somebody oversteps the boundaries, this guy is easily going to shut him away. But that Owl Drone is not actually going to check the corners. And as I can see, once again it's a B hit that is going to be there. Rolling Thunder comes in, but Knight Rider is going to shut Cyrix away. Nico finds one. Xeon gets one more from the garage door. Nico swinging in, but Simple and Knight Rider, they are still there. Land is done, but Ginola! He swings from the B window, takes 2 down. That's it. I don't think so, Rosa. He would be able to completely come up with a 1v2. Well, she takes down 1, but after that, the Kurunami Vandal, it is going to be effective enough. And we can see Tyrant coming back in the game, saving the day for the team. Orgless 6 winning their 5th one.
Well, it's pretty much difficult because the way they're playing Orgless 6, as I told, they're not ready to give up. They're not ready to, play off the things. 4-2 is the scoreline. And oh my goodness, now this was the, I guess, 7th round where they won this round as well, and it was a scoreline of 5-2 where they are having the lead again. So it's pretty much difficult, it's pretty much challenging for them to go with that same momentum. But Silent Assassin, I think if there's another 2 round or 3 round, if they're not getting those points or win in those another few rounds, so it's done and dusted for this particular team.
See what happens next. For the first time I can see an A hit coming in. Attackers, yes, they are prevailing. Simple goes with from the Shadow and eventually has taken the Heaven control. Now with the shortest step, he bails from that equation because he knows that people would be pushing onto the particular corner. Flashpoint, and with that, he could have easily been taken down. But as I can see, Xeon clearing off those angles. And Cyrix on the other corner is holding off the Heaven. Blade Storm comes in. We have the Rolling Thunder. Yes, the players are there in the Rolling Thunder, but Hunter's Fury, it is also going to stop the opponents away. As we can see, the pressure is still on. Cloudburst, updraft, but JN is going to answer back. Nico finds one. Simple gets taken down. Rosa retaliates. The trade fires are not going to stop, and we have a team ace coming in from Silent Assassins 2.0 as they were able to save the day. Not just that, look at Shivi. With a shock dart, he was able to take the last guy down. I think that was a lineup that he was able to utilize. And that's exactly what I was talking about from the start of this particular game, this particular map. Why are you not actually hitting the A side? Because that's the most vulnerable side. As an attacker, you can easily push in from A shot and also from long. And obviously contesting that is not that easy, but obviously we can see that in the previous 8th round, we got to see that approach, and it was just so fruitful for these individuals.
Okay, it's a 5v3 scoreline. It's a very difficult way to get a comeback from here, but Silent Assassin, they're giving all the efforts to get a comeback from here. We have 1 minute remaining into their side, and from here to there, how could they actually go? And this is the question arising. But oh my god, Silent Assassin, they're doing all the efforts that could be very practical and get them that win. But there you go. This was the first big J, and a cheeky shot coming in. A 4v4 battle, a 4v5 battle where the man advantage is totally into the side of Silent Assassin. And oh my god, Orgless 6, they were not expecting this, because this time they are giving a good fight.
Wow. Tyrant, that was a mistake, man.
30 seconds
Not
left.
having the weapon in your hand and you're trying to
Spike
swing.
planted.
That was definitely a big mistake for him. Now, obviously, they're going to pay the price. As we can see, the team is faltering down. Not just that. If you see in the garage, we got to see a heavy investment of utils, swarm grenades, alarm bot, even KJ was right over there appointed, and not just that, even the Hunter's Fury came through. Nothing valuable was there. Hunter's Fury after the flash, the fault line came in, it was just not that effective. Paranoia, nothing valuable so far, but in the garage, in the window, we get to see Simple taking one down, and that's Ginola who has been pegged. They're still fighting back, as I can see. The retaliation goes on par. It's 5-4 scoreline. The massive advantage now in the favor of Team Silent Assassins 2.0. As after the tactical timeout, I can see a different approach. I can see a different build. I can see a little bit more synergized way of approaching these games, these rounds. That's amazing for Silent Assassins 2.0. But obviously, the question once again arises: are you going to take this control away till the end, or is it just few rounds of a buffer that you are looking for? Because Orgless 6, obviously they are not going to be that effective when it comes to this round, because they don't have that many good utils, and also the economical disadvantage is going to be quite crystal clear. You can see that they will struggle quite a bit. We have Cyrex pushing in deep on the Kabi region. He's holding off with a Stinger. That's going to be interesting. If we find some value, that would be great.
5-4 is the score line. Silent Assassin, I don't know how, Raider, but your predictions are, playing off. You said that there may be some chance if they come with some different approach and some different agents. There may be some age, and right now, Silent Assassin, the way they're pulling it, that's truly, truly phenomenal. That's truly, truly very, very undoable for the players and for the teams to go on with.
Let's wait and watch. But just outside B, Knight Rider is holding. Oh, on the garage, we get to see the three individuals already pushing in. Breach with a fault line. Yes, he was able to surprise those individuals, but nothing valuable came through because JN was right there with the Vandal, shutting it off. But the Mage Punk Sheriff, no, it's not going to be valuable enough at this point. Not even Tyrant. The last guy who's left is Ginola. Paranoia struck him, and he is nearsighted. Oh my god, it's a flawless round. It's a flawless win from Silent Assassins 2.0. Now that's what we called a believable comeback into the equation. What an amazing comeback already, guys. As we can see, it's 5-5 from 5-2. They started giving a comeback, and you can see it's 5-5 already. Maybe they're going to take the lead away as well.
Yeah, totally a scoreline of 5-5. Silent Assassin. Now they're no more silent. They're looking really very aggressive, and they're ready to fight back. And this is what has been done from the past 3 rounds. And Orgless 6, I don't know what happened to them, but the momentum is now being paused, and they've just lost those 3 rounds back to back. which is not expected from this particular team, because the way they have played in past few rounds in this particular match, and especially in the last game, was totally unbelievable. And as you said, this was the first match dominated by a single team like this point. So I was expecting a win in this match, but still we have to see, and we have to end this first half, and we have to wait for the second half of the results as well, that how it's going to be. But right now it's a 5-on-5 game where both the teams are having similar pressure.
Pressure is on. Paranoia, but Utils, oh my god, Rosa with the aftershock. Definitely valuable, but Zion is still handling the game way too well. Amazing. Maybe a 4K? Maybe a 4K from Zion? Oh, it was Nico who takes down Shibi. But Zion, I mean, what a player this individual is. Look at him. Every time when you approach C-side, you have to be feared, because this guy is still holding it up. I mean, the damage was done by Cyrix as well, no doubt in that, but Zion following it up, the way he played, that was massive. Even shutting down Jane was quite fun to watch. Now the question is it going to be a 6-6 equalizing scoreline, or is it going to be Orgless 6 taking the control with 7-5? Trust me, on attacking side, you have to have at least a 7-5 scoreline. But that is out of the equation for Silent Assassins 2.0. Now the only thing that they want to have is an equalizing scoreline after this first half goes down. They can again go for an A hit, but I can see they are showing their presence on C as well. But the shots are coming in, damage is coming in, and it's basically Cyrix who was overcommitting quite a bit. Like, he went outside the garage, swung a bit, gave a damage, and also in reciprocation, he also received quite a few bullets onto him as well. But there you go, having the height advantage. Simple patiently waiting to see if somebody is going to peek from A shot, and we can clearly see Nico doing a good job at it, hurting the bit by bit. Simple is already low in his HP. But Kenola, he's just going to work on those cues. All drone giving away the position of Shivi. Obviously, the players can push in, but it's better. It's far better to just hold off your corners, not to overcommit, because they do know that 7-5 is the very important equation for them. It is very, very important for them to take a 7-5 scoreline in their favor.
Looking at the current condition, you have 42 seconds remaining, and Orgless 6, they're having a lead of single point, and right now it's very much important for both the teams to win this particular round, because this will decide how the match is going to take place and how actually the first round will end. But the shots of Vandal has been delivered, but the counter attack was truly phenomenal. That has been planted, and now Silent Assassin, they are down to one man, and within a snap they have been eliminated from this match. And yes, Orgless 6, they'll end with a scoreline of 7-5, and yes, they'll win this first half as well. Well, it's a pretty good competition in this particular match, because the way they are playing in, the way they are putting all the effort, especially Silent Assassin,
Yep.
I'm really enjoying. You expect this kind of battles at this qualifying stage, and this is what has been delivered by Silent Assassin as well. But Orgless 6, they need to be really be alert, because what I believe, Raider, this is the time where you're on a verge of winning. You won the first match. Which is a scoreline of 13-2. After that, in this second half, you were
Right.
at a lead with a 5-1 scoreline. So you were having all the ingredients, all the game into your side. But at what point you lost everything, you have to figure it out in the second half, and you have to get a good comeback out of it.
I truly believe that Orgless 6 is a team which can reciprocate. I have so far seen them doing a very good job when it comes to team coordination and answering out the callouts. The shock dart is definitely going to hurt a bit, but nobody actually was in contact of that shock dart, so that's a good situation for them. Here comes the all drone, gives away the position. But on the hindsight, on C, we get to see two individuals already holding it off. We have the KJ, the Sentinel, and the controller. That is going to be the Omen. Also right over there, Zion is speaking on the B side. That's going to be interesting. Rosa, receives some shots, but still survives. Here comes the fault line, but he's going to evade it. He's going to survive from that particular fault line. He's going to push back a bit. That shows that Orgless 6 is actually making sure that their presence is there on all the sides. But Shivi countering Ginola on A shot. That was amazing. But from A mains, as we can see, Cyrix is pushing in. Shock dart hurting the players away. There goes the flashpoint. One more individual has been picked off. The question is, what happens next? Attackers are failing massively. But the important part is they're still there in the game. We have seen some 3v5 rounds getting converted in the favor of Orgless 6. Maybe this is one of those equations. Once again, as Nico, he's pushing in. He can easily spot on B. KJ
30 seconds
put him
left.
away. But what a turn of events. Look at him. Nico walking straight up onto the spawn.
Yeah, you have to be really be planned. You have to be really be uh, executable at the same time, and this is the time that even a small mistake could, change a lot of things. Silent Assassin
10
having
seconds
that
left.
man advantage, and there you go. The spike plantation
Spike
has been
planted.
done, and it's very
Yeah,
difficult right now for the teams to get a comeback out of here. But oh, that was a good shot.
One
That is
enemy
a
remaining.
good classical shot, and one by one, all classics players have been taken down. It's a Lone Ranger beyond standing over there. Some shots have been delivered. It's Bailey surviving those few HP. There you go, Jayan. The final blow was done, and Silent Assassin, they are delivering a message that they are not the same team which was defending last time. This time, they're really different with a different motive. And though the lead is into the side of Orgless 6, but I still find Silent Assassin a better competitor in this particular match.
One enemy remaining.
it's good to say that Silent Assassins 2 are bringing in some good reads in their favor. And look at this, acting on the recon dart, and as soon as the KJ was revealed, this guy was able to appoint a very impressive headshot. Simple, pretty precise on his aim. I know how phenomenal this individual is. I'm just waiting to see how far they're going to pop off. And all thanks to what happened in the previous round, the plant was done. Orgless 6 can actually invest on some heavy duty weapons. I mean, they're not going that heavy. They have decided to play on sheriffs. But Jane on the other corner, this guy is still going to be far more valuable as an outlaw is valuable. He was able to get the first pick. But the question is how far these players are going to push in. They've already infiltrated Garage, but after pushing over here, we have Knight who has got a Spectre. And we all know Spectre in these narrow gaps can be phenomenal, can be so effective. But Nico, as far as he is considered, this guy is a goat at aiming in these close quarter angles. Absolutely on point. I guess a flashpoint, and then he's going to swing. Let's see if that's the case. But Jane, he finds one to play on. Spectre approaches going in. Shots not being missed from Tyrant. Another fault line coming into the picture, but Zion retaliates. Jane goes down. Now it drastically impacts on the manpower as Nico is still swinging in and getting some damage done and dusted on Rosa. This breach can still be phenomenal. Aftershock on Aftershock. Interesting. It pushes the player back. But Shivi, he is coming from C-Long. The turret was able to spot him. This is not the round that you want to lose. This is not the round that you want to lose, buddy. And it feels like that it is the round where you're going to lose. There you go. Tyrant finds Rosa. The question is, what is Shivi going to do? The answer would be, not much.
You have to be really planned. This is a really important round. Sova, the Lone Ranger surviving for the team. Let's see what he can do. Having a pistol into his hand will not help him a lot. And there you go. Attackers, they'll win this battle. And it's a scoreline of 8-6. Orgless 6. Oh my god. They are giving a tough competition. Though they are not dominating at this point of the time. But they're still not ready to give up. They're still not ready to lose. The way they are playing in with all those efforts, that's truly phenomenal. Though Silent Assassin is trying to get a comeback, but it's still lesser than the performance of Orgless 6, because looking at the scoreline, it's pretty much clear that they're having a lead of 2 points. And anyhow, if Silent Assassin want to win this particular match and be in the battle for the final game, which will be the third one, they have to win this match. Otherwise, this would be the last game for themselves.
It's quite possible that we might actually go to that route. All thanks to the way Orgless 6 is acting on. We can clearly see that the pressure is on, man. Because it's just not about this particular map. They have already got a very good insight that they're lacking in terms of the BO3 equation. They have to go for the decider. That's the only option Silent Assassins 2.0 has got, because an Icebox, that was a big downfall for them. 13-2, that really shows what kind of courage these other individuals can bring into the picture. I think in this tactical timeout, the attackers would be plotting. That means Orgless 6 would be plotting about how they have to push in, about how effective they have to be in the upcoming stages, in the upcoming rounds. Because in order to survive, you have to make sure that you survive in the low bracket. And there you go. 3 more seconds after that, yes, the barriers are going to get removed and we'll get to see some swings coming in. Attackers playing on Spectres. The RGX Spectre, definitely one of our favorite ones. And as they can already see that there is nobody holding off the garage, that they have infiltrated it. But here comes some classic shots. The flashpoint is going to work. Nico finds one. Not just that, he gets a 2K. Cyrex is going to get taken down. Tyrant retaliates. The alarm bot is still activated. Yes, they're getting all those infos that there is a backstab coming in. But these two individuals,
Spike planted.
the last two individuals, the fate relies in their hands. Nothing to really save. I think they can go for some exit frags. That's the only viable option that they have got. Because 2v4 against some individuals who have got Spectres and Vandals to play with, I doubt that you can pull it off.
You have to be very much planned. Orgless 6 this time. They're having a lead as well as man advantage as well in this particular round. And Silent Assassin, they're looking silent in this particular round. They're moving in with all these efforts. But there you go now. It's the Lone Ranger surviving for the team. Neko has taken down Shy Bai. And finally, the Lone Ranger, I think, Omen. Let's see which player is that. It's Simple surviving for the team. And he's not moving a lot. He's just, sticking to his position. And there you go. Attackers, as there's no time left, attackers, they'll win the battle. And it's a 9-6 scoreline. Orgless 6 finally won the battle. And now the question is that if they won another 3 battles, I think it's done and dusted for Silent Assassin. Anyhow, Silent Assassin needs to get a comeback. And if they want to get a comeback, they have to win at least 2 rounds from here consecutively.
Back-to-back rounds in your favor obviously gives you the momentum. You get the insight of where the opponent team is faltering down and what are the weak points that you can exploit from the opponent's perspective. So yeah, Orgless 6 would be looking forward to do that again. And as we can see, every time when they are approaching from Garage, it's just being effective. Paranoia, Fault Lines, Tyrant, that was a good one, man. Simple, nothing to really offer. What is this? Oh, what? What a whiff that was. Believe in Night, Knight Rider performs. That was a big blunder from, if I'm not wrong, Cyrex. Yes, Cyrex was that guy who was playing on Jet. He missed a lot. That is going to cost him, but look at this individual. He's trying to go for A, and on A side we get to have Jane waiting for him. If the crossfires are going to be interesting, that will be delivering Orgless 6 a good round, but that's not going to be the case. Jane was waiting for that angle. As we can see, the last man standing is going to be Ginola indeed. He is patiently waiting. Obviously, the patience is not going to be easy to deliver because we have a backstab as well. And there is nothing that he can do to avoid that backstab. Because, oh, he wanted to swing, but Shivi, one step ahead. Taking down Ginola is going to be the case for him. 9-7 is the scoreline. Slowly but steadily a comeback would be there. I would like to say, this whiff, that is going to really hurt.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's really very challenging. 7-5 is the score line right now. I'm sorry, 9-7 is the score line right now, and it's pretty much difficult for the players and for the teams to go on with. But right now, Silent Assassin, they're trying to get a comeback, and which is really very important. Even the try is really very doable for the teams.
I think we should wait and watch, man. There's a very big possibility that we'll get to see some interesting picks from Silent Assassins 2.0 because they have got a very good idea of where they have to react on. Shivi getting Zion out of the equation. Yes, we do get to see Alarm Bot and the Swarm Grenades holding its position in the B side. They're making sure that they're going to have a good approach at it. But as soon as somebody peeks with the weapon in the hand from the smoke, this Omen, he's going to take him away. Let's wait. Let's wait. Oh my god, another swing coming through. 2 individuals already peeking in. Saris gets blown to bits. Wall-bangable shots coming in. What a beautiful turn of events. One guy was taken down by Jay and the other one was taken down by the other guy. Simple. That's amazing. Tyrant is the last one standing at this point. He's the only ray of hope. And it's another ace, team ace, I believe. And not just that, even a flawless round coming in from this individuals of Team Silent Assassin 2.0. Now that's a very valuable comeback. That's one of those comebacks which is obviously going to shut your opponent down. Now on the attacking side, Orgless 6, they're not that fruitful anymore. Yes, you are getting shot down every now and then. I think this should be a safe round, but these guys have decided rather go on stingers. We should not let the other team equalize because Orgless 6 wants to go for the double digits as soon as that's possible. Ginola this time, I don't know why he's that undermined because the values from Ginola are not just coming in. I'm just patiently waiting to see if Ginola is going to do something wonderful in this round.
Yeah, totally. Looking at the current condition, 9-8 is the score line. Silent Assassin, they're not ready to give up at this time, and Recon Bolt or JN over there. Everybody, every player, every agent is utilizing his powers, his utilities very nicely. And again, Silent Assassin, they're looking trouble. Only 2 players for surviving. It's a 4v2 battle. Without those man advantages, it's pretty much difficult to get a comeback, but still, adding into this one ball will not help. Oh, it's a one-on-one battle. A good counter attack. And there you go, Silent Assassin. Now they're down to 1 man. believe in Knight. That zone range is surviving for the team. Let's see how it's going to be.
They started with Mayor Sheriffs. They started with Stingers, Spectres, and Guardians. Now they are playing on a 4-man advantage. Oh, Knight Rider. Cell gets one more. It's Ginola who has been taken down, but Tyrant. He pulls in the card of an operator. And that's exactly how Knight Rider goes down. But yes, guys, remember, this was actually a thrifty round. They didn't have that kind of economical advantage, but they still were able to deliver. They still were able to be effective. And that's the beauty of Team Orgless 6. Whenever you feel that this team is going to go down, look at them once again rising back like a phoenix from the ashes. That's amazing. Orgless 6 pulling in some good efforts. And as we can see, they have a full buy. And we have 2 ultimates also available. One from each side. We have a Rolling Thunder from the attacking side. And Lockdown available from the KJ from Knight Rider. But the fault line, the shock dart, nothing is going to be valuable so far. It was actually the recon dart, and they were able to get all those informations of where the players are. But finally, I guess I can see players are going to push in, and here comes a Rolling Thunder. The KJ is going to get into that particular scenario, but still was able to be effective. Knight Rider finally gets taken down. It's a 3v4 equation. Silent Assassins 2 left with just some weapons to play along with. I don't think so. They have invested a lot in terms of utilities. So I am looking forward to see if something different is going to happen. Oh, there you go. We have 2 flashpoints to work with for Rosa. The swings are coming in. Jane finds one. Rosa gets one. It's a 2v3 equation. But a retaliation from Xeon is always welcoming. Jane still finds Ginola. I still doubt what Ginola can bring to the table at this point because he's faltering down every now and then. Here comes the Swarm Grenade. He's going to pop it away so that no half defusers are going to come. Jane. Oh, Jane comes up with a 3k. We still have a lot of time to go for a defusal. I think still more than 8 seconds are going to be there available on the board for a defusal. And there you go. 8 seconds, 38 seconds available. 8 seconds and 38 milliseconds were available for a defusal. So yeah, Orgless 6, you started to pop off, but instantaneously got shut down. That's how Silent Assassins 2.0 wants to be back in game.
Oh my god, this is totally a different game coming in. I was totally not expecting this kind of a game in this particular match because the way these two teams played in the first match and the way they are playing in the second match, it's very much different. It's just opposite to each other. The first match was totally a dominated one, and the second match it's a neck-to-neck battle. They're ready to cut each other's throats. It's a cutthroat competition coming in, and right now you have 1 minute 35 seconds remaining, and this round is really very important for Orgless 6 because if they win this round, there's only 1 round left, and which is compulsory for them to get the battle and get all the 2 matches, both 2 matches. But right now it's difficult. Oh! Beautiful! Spike carrier has been killed, and right now only 2 players are surviving.
Last
And it's
player
Omen.
standing.
I believe in Knight. Let's see how they're gonna play. Oh, there you go. It was very quick. It was very quick, very aggressive by Orgless 6. And now they are putting their intentions on the table that they're here to rule the game. And if they win this battle, I think it's done and dusted by Orgless 6.
Look at Nico. 24 frags, just 11 deaths and 10 assists. I mean, are you kidding me? What a performance from Nico. There are like 3 to 4 rounds in which he has got either a 3k or a 4k. That really shows how far this individual is going to push his opponents away. And that's a beauty to watch. But obviously, Ginola, I have few complaints from you, buddy. I can see that you're faltering down a bit, but I still believe that Ginola is an individual who can easily bring the right value for the team. All bangable shots, yes, it is going to be risky to watch. Jane had to push back a bit. When Nico gets taken down, that means the most valuable one from Team Orgless 6 is already done and dusted. From here, equations might not be that fruitful for them. Owl drone in the A shot. In return, another owl drone goes in, making sure that they collect all those infos so that they have a good idea of where the players are. But Knight Rider gets the insight that there is somebody who is pushing onto the B. That's why they are backing out, relaying those infos. But in Garage, we'll get to see the Omen. Paranoia comes in. This is going to be difficult. Paranoia definitely hurts, but reciprocation comes there. Tyrant retaliates and takes down Simple. It's a 3v4 equation. Once again, tough to deal with, but Xeon is still surviving. Knight Rider goes down. Here comes a lockdown. Ultimates being invested. Hunter's Fury will be coming in for the post plant, but for now, the plant is something which is inevitable. It is going to come. And from A long, oh sorry, not A long, my bad, it's C long. You can see Hunter's Fury pretty much ready. If somebody decides to stick it in, if somebody decides to like go for the defusal, you'll get to see the Hunter's Fury. And not just that, even before that, we have the Swarm Grenades available. So Tyrant, he has to push back to the Cubby region, but Ginola still gets the value.
Oh my God.
Rosa finds Tyrant. It's a 2v2 competition at this point. Storm Grenades being activated. Rolling Thunder. Heavy investments are going to come through, but Zeon, look at him, a good flank. He's trying to encircle them.
Enemy
But
remaining.
Hunter's Fury, there you go, taking down Rosa. It all leaves Shivi, and he won't be successful as well. That's for sure. We have a match point, not just a match point, a series point. It's the series point that is here, guys. We have Team Orgless 6 walking away with a big difference at this point.
Well, it's a do or die. It's a do or die for Silent Assassin. They have to get this particular round if they want to be alive in the series, in the match. Whatever do you say? If they loses this particular round, I think the game is over. It's totally done and dusted. Let's see how actually it's going to be.
True.
But right now it's a 12-9 score line. Very much difficult. Orgless 6. They are leading with just those 2 points. And right now, Silent Assassin, anyhow, they have to win the battle. There you go. Blade Storm at the initial stages. They have to put all the utilities, all the skill set, all the efforts in this particular round. Silent Assassin, you don't need to be silent anymore. Show your, aggressive style.
You have to do it, man. Otherwise, we know that it's going to be a two-way equation. You're going to be outside the competition. There is no low bracket for you. But the Blade Storm is not going to be effective. Nico retaliates by taking down the counterpart. That was the breach made by Rosa. Ginola on the other corner takes Shivi down with an operator shot. I wanted this guy to perform, and he is indeed doing the same. Zeon on the other corner picks one.
Standing.
Right outside the garage swing. And eventually we have just one individual left. Here comes a lockdown, making sure that they are going to survive. Believe in Night. The Knight Rider survives and takes one down. Omen has to back out, otherwise they are going to get stuck. The detainment is definitely going to come. Oh, it's actually a 1v1. Interesting. One-way smoke. If you want to go for a defusal, you're going to get spotted. You're going to get tagged. That's interesting. In just 10 more seconds, we'll get to see one more one-way smoke coming in. But for that, this guy is cooking up smartly. Because Light Rider, he has got an operator play along with. The info comes through. The half defusal is still going to kick in. Amazing half defusal is done. Swing, otherwise it will cost you one round.
Imagine if I died.
Well,
right
look
now.
at this.
So funny.
Believe it or not, Believe in Knight was absolutely phenomenal in this particular approach. The way he kind of stepped forth
Oh my
himself
God.
in this particular post-ban scenario was amazing. The way he was able to save the day. 12-10 is the scoreline. Possibly an OT is going to come if they perform like the way they have done in this amazing round.
Well, I'm still surprised to see Silent Assassin. They are still surviving in the game. They're still in the competition. And they need to win back-to-back 2 rounds. Losing even one single round will allow the opponents to win not only this round, not only this match, but also this series as well. So you have to be very much focused. You have to be very much alert at the same time. And right now, this is a really very important round for Silent Assassin as well as Orgless 6, because whoever wins, I think Orgless 6, if they wins this round, they'll win the series, they'll win the match. If Silent Assassin wins this battle, I think they would be, surviving in the battle, as still in the battle in the match as well, because they have to win those back-to-back 2 rounds. Let's see what actually is going to be. They're taking their time, they're taking their momentum, showing the patience as well, but you have only 1 minute left. One wrong move, things may change around. Oh, it's a 4v4 battle now. Both the teams, have lost a single player from their side. Right now, it's very much important. 50 seconds into your hand, showing those utilities very nicely, moving in time, trying to get the position out there. Orgless 6, they have lost their 1 player. Silent Assassin, they're having that man advantage. Things are changing in.
This could be a re-execute. It could be fun to watch, but there comes a swing. Oh my god, Ginola answers back with an operator of his own. That's amazing. Omen right there, Paranoia hits him. This is not good.
My God.
Simple actually misses his initial 2 shots, but he was able to capitalize at the end. Now the plant is going to get queued in. Nico is out there planting. Tyrant pushes back onto the C mains. C long. Nico is going to do the same, but we have a Rolling Thunder activated. So once the plants get sticked in, I guess at that point, yes, we will get to see the Rolling Thunder being queued. That's going to be interesting to watch how this whole approach goes down. Yeah, there you go, the Rolling Thunder. Yes, we have a Paranoia to answer back with. Nobody to spot. Only some swings, only some shots being applicated. But both of them have been taken down, and here comes the defusal. We have a 12-11 scoreline. This is getting way too close for comfort for Team Orgless 6. They have to put in their best effort in the next round. Otherwise, we will get to see an OT. As a caster, as an audience, we would love to see that. But specifically for Orgless 6, they won't love it that much.
Silent Assassin. Oh my god. What a drastic comeback from the first match. The way they were unable to score more than 2 points. Now they have scored 11, giving a tough competition of 2-11. Oh my god. It's a beautiful comeback. It's a engaging comeback. Even audience could relate with this comeback because we don't expect this kind of comeback the way they are playing in. But right now 12-11 is the score line. Orgless 6, are they going to give them another chance in the third match of the day? This is the question arising. But oh my god, using the agents very nicely. Orgless 6, they've lost those 2 plus in the early phase again. Silent Assassin, they've got the momentum. They're not going to lose it very easily. It's a 4v3 battle. Having those man advantages into their side is giving them a lot of confidence, and I'm finding a bit difficult for Orgless 6. And if it's a 12-12, then I think Silent Assassin would take the game.
Is it? Because things will change in that particular scenario as well. But there you go. A plant, or should I say, on fakes. Plant was coming through. Here comes the Storm Grenade. Oh, Storm Grenade gets popped off. That's why the information is going to get relayed. Another Storm Grenade, not that valuable. I think Xeon should have saved this Storm Grenades so that he could have utilized it when it comes to the postman scenario. But Nico still fighting back. Rosa gets one. The trades are going to come in. The fault line is going to be immensely valuable. And yes, we do have an OT coming in. Indeed, it's an OT. Silent Assassins 2.0. They have made sure that the heaven they pick, it is not going to be that easy to steal from them. Jane, Shivi, Rose, Knight Rider, Simple. These 5 individuals have made sure that the OT is going to queue in. Orgless 6 not at all in a comfort zone at this point because they are doubting their approaches. To be honest, even I am. Because Orgless 6, he could have been valuable on A, as I said, to Silent Assassin 2.0 as well. But eventually they decided to they decided to make an attempt on B. They decided to hit on C every now and then. Yes, you were pretty effective initially while you were trying to make an approach from Garage. But then if you see some postman scenarios, specifically the 10th round and the 9th one, in those particular scenarios, the postman scenario, the way they lost those postman scenarios was not at all good. They could have capitalized on those scenarios, but anything that happened in the previous 24 rounds is done. Now the question is, who will win the next 2 rounds in their favor? Let's see who gets it away.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is just gonna be a bit difficult. This is just gonna be very challenging. 12-12 is the score and you have 1.5 minutes remaining. This is just the start and I'm really very excited to find out to see how it's going to be. Naked going in. It's a 1-on-1 battle, a counter-attack. Orgless 6 have lost to 3 players. Oh my god. It's not 3, it's 4. The last zone range is surviving for the team. What he could do. This is the question arising on. Is waiting in. Spike has been planted. Oh my god. Silent Assassin, what are you up to, guys?
I think they're up to very good competition at this point. Because Xeon being the last man standing, the KJ, yes, has got the alarm bot, but that wouldn't be effective. Oh, Xeon actually finds one. Shivi gets taken down, but there you go. The KJ diff, it is going to come through. No doubt. Knight Rider is still moving forward. The good value in his favor, and we can see right now is the match point for Team Silent Assassins 2.2. The question is, will they be able to get their attacking round as well, not attacking but defensive round as well in their favor or not? Because the sides have been switched. As this is an OT, they have to make sure that they get this round as well. Otherwise, we'll get to see the OT round 2. That will be interesting as well to watch. But all in all, 5 more seconds. Plan, plot, and then execute. Orgless 6, it does feel like that they are looking forward to once again hit B or maybe possibly rotate back to A or C site. Let's see if that's going to be fruitful for them or not. Here comes a recon dart, pushing it away. There you go. Simple still brings in the A game for the team. The players have pushed back. Shock dart, not so effective. Retaliation sprays, yes, they are going to come through. Rosa still holding the B mains. Paranoia, this is not looking easy, man. I do feel that it's pretty much done and dusted now.
Oh my god, 13-12 is the score line. Orgless 6, this was their game. the way they were playing in, it was their game. They just lost their game. I don't know how Silent Assassin did it. They really did it. That was truly phenomenal. And from here, it's the comeback for Orgless. It's totally looking impossible. The Lone Ranger, no, it's not. Yes, now it's the Lone Ranger surviving against Sion. And I
Oh,
don't think
what?
he could do
What?
anything else. Oh, it's taken 2 down. It's taken 2 down in a while. And now, Silent Assassin, they are looking silent. Let's see what more potential does this player have.
30 seconds
This is
left.
tricky, man. This is way too
Oh,
tricky. Hearts are pounding at this
my
point. Nails are getting written. But let's see who's going to survive.
Oh.
Ooh, Shivi! A daring effort from his corner. Takes 1 down. The time was running out of the equation. And yes, we have the winners of the second map. Lower bracket circuit is not going to be that easy to deal with. What a beautiful run of events coming in from these lads of Silent Assassins 2.0. The way they were able to come back in the game. Massive kudos to them. All thanks to them. Yes, we will fortunately be able to see the Ascent, the Decider. Amazing play style, amazing values being delivered at this moment. I just have to say this, that 2 complaints from the other particular team, that is Orgless 6. Ginola, I don't know where you were, buddy. I didn't see you that much popping it off in this particular specific map of Heaven. Yes, you were quite phenomenal in Icebox, but you can't relay that particular approach in Heaven. That's exactly what costed them. And the second one is attacking. I think in the map of Heaven, you have to be good at attacking. If you are not, there's no value of bringing in Heaven.
Yeah, I think if you're not attacking, you'll be going to heaven very soon in the game. But the way teams played, especially if I talk about the second team, I'm not getting the name, Assassin, right? The way they played, that was truly phenomenal. They were truly very great. The way they got the comeback, it was totally unexpected, especially in the last few rounds where they got those 5 back-to-back rounds without giving a single round to their opponents. I think they were totally phenomenal. And this is what we talk about. This is what we don't expect for. I was expecting that, the opponent's gonna just win the match, but the way they played, that was really very phenomenal.
I think it's pretty much tough for both the teams to deal with, because in the next particular map of Ascent, things will go haywire for them. Ascent is a very impressive map. I mean, it's a by default type of map where a lot of individuals have practiced a lot. We have seen a lot of approaches in Ascent, and it's basically one of my go-to maps. Whenever I want to be comfortable in a particular POI, I just pray that in a ranked particular scenario, we just get to have a matchmaking in the map of Ascent, because that is one of those maps where every individual is quite comfortable in the whole scenario. Talking about the approaches, talking about the agent select screen, I guess we will talk about that in the later spree. But for now, what I want to say is basically this was a very good comeback coming in from Silent Assassins 2.0. Question arises, will they be able to replicate it? Well, they were able to get a very good comeback, kudos to that, but the replication has to be there in the map of Ascent, because that's the decider. And remember guys, it's the lower bracket that we're talking about, so there is no second chances that you're going to get. The only second chance that these two teams had, they've already utilized it. Initially by going back into the lower bracket, and now currently they've already played 2 maps. That means one was in the favor of Orgless 6, another one went into the favor of Silent Assassins 2.0. That means we are left with just one particular map. So the next 24 rounds, or maybe some OTs that are going to come, are going to be the final ball for these two teams. Either they're going to survive for the next round, or one of them is going to go out. I mean, that's obvious that one of them is going to go out, but which particular team is that? Is it Orgless 6? Is it Silent Assassin 2.0? That's what we really want to know. So for that, we'll have to have the patience in our minds. But as we can see, the scoreboards are here, and in this particular perspective, KJ, Believe in Night, Knight Rider, whatever you want to call him at this point, this guy was definitely on point. So phenomenal, specifically in the last few rounds. He was able to get the right value. Even Shivi for the same reason. I criticized them due to the fact that in the map of Icebox, it was just simple, and Jane performing all the way around. Rosa with the Viper, she was quite phenomenal as well, but the other 2 team members were unable to give the value. But look at this particular game. In this particular matchup, KJ becomes the MVP from her particular. KJ, or should I say, Knight Rider becomes the MVP from his team. On the hindsight, Shivi also performed equally well. So yeah, in order to sum up the deal, team coordination was the key. On the hindsight, Nico pretty close to 30 frags. But where was Cyrex? Where was Ginola? Look at them. Close to like single digits, or either like 10 frags in their favor. So I think these were the 2 weaker links in this particular map of Heaven, and that's exactly why I have to say this once again. The attack completely failed from the perspective of this team known as Orgless 6.
Yeah, totally. The way they played was truly phenomenal, especially Silent Assassin by Orgless 6. It's not, you know, expected from this team the way they played, especially losing those 5 back-to-back rounds was totally very different and totally very a different style of gameplay what they showed in the first match and what they showed in the second match. But leaving those things aside, as Orgless 6 Neko, MVP of the map, he's got first kill 3, ACS is 315, damage is 5218, HS percent is 27%. He's got 80 out of 200. So yes, it's a pretty good numbers. Being the MVP, you can get these numbers, you can achieve these numbers very drastically. But Orgless 6, they have to worry because the way they played in the first match and after the way they played in the second match, it's a drastic change. And if you're going to play a same in the third, I think it's difficult for you.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, but there is one more thing that's quite interesting, and it's seeing the level up leaderboard after every single matchup. Because remember, if you are in the top 3 after the end of this tournament, after the end of this IP, you're going to get the right goodies. So I would like to once again say, pitch in, make sure to bring that individual effort from their corner. Obviously, for now, it's Fluffy who is right on the top, and he has got a very big difference between him and his runner-up positioning individual, that is because of Batman. Because look at the point difference. 81.59 is where Fluffy is sitting at, and Batman is right there with 68.38. And after that, 63 point something is available for the next particular guy. So yes, Fluffy has made sure that he is going to bringing a big difference between him and his counterparts in the whole action. So guys, you can be there. I am talking about the individuals who are participating. You can be on the top, but you have to perform. You have to make sure that your ACS is quite good. You have to make sure in lesser matches your ACS and your combat score is going to be quite interesting to watch. And at the end, if you have some good points in your favor, if you are there in the top 3, obviously what you are going to get is the riot goodies, and everybody wants it. But for now, yes, we are going to queue in a short break, and after that we'll be continuing the conversation on what happens in Ascent. So stay tuned.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Well, the time has come to know who is actually going to survive in the lower bracket, round number one, match number one
Yeah.
of the Esports events Showdown Series Season 2 of Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, with our GP partner as Zoda Gaming and media partner as Gossip.gg. The question is quite important, and at this point, I believe the answer is going to be more important. So, I, Raider, along with the we do have Eagle on the desk, and we both are here to know Senate Assassins 2.0. Are you going to convert this particular map also in your favor, or is it going to be Orgless 6 once again sweeping in, just like the map of Icebox, in their control in this particular map of Ascent? Because Ascent is a very, very, very important map at this point, because it's the question of who is going to survive and who is going to go out.
Yes, totally. It's really very important to see how actually this is coming up to be, and I'm pretty much excited for this because the way first match went, I was pretty much assured that it's Orgless 6 who's gonna just take away the game. But again, the way the second match went, oh my goodness, Silent Assassin, they proved that it's still not over, and it was totally phenomenal by the players and this team, this particular team as well. But what I believe currently, Raider, that this is the decider match. I am pretty much excited to see. But before that, both teams have won 1-1 match. What do you think? Which particular team can win this particular battle, which is a final one?
I'll talk about it, but even before that, the region select is going to be even more important. And as we can see, a KO coming in from the attackers, and that's going to be Rosa and her teammates. I would love to see how Orgless 6 is going to enact on it. Ginola on the other corner is, yes, definitely fierce enough to once again perform and get the better out of it. But I think whenever Ascent comes in, KO should be hand in hand. You have to have those amazing abilities coming in from KO. The best part is the null command that comes in the ultimate. So I think Orgless 6 have decided to let it go. On the hindsight, when it comes to Silent Assassins 2.0, they have decided to bring in the KO. I would love to see if they are going to make an efficient attempt. I mean, they would love to do it, but then again, the efficiency has to come from their I guess, aim, their callouts, their strategies, and their coordination as well. And yeah, there you guys. We will dive into the decider once again. Orgless 6, Senate Assassins 2.0. Question remains the same. Who will survive? Who will go out? And we have the defenders once again, Orgless 6, sending on the defenders' perspective. But I think this is yet another map where if you are good at defense, you can easily bring the right value.
Yes, totally. The way they are pulling it off, the way they are playing, and it's totally phenomenal, and it's totally very much doable for the players and the teams. Uh, it's Silent Assassin 2.0 versus Orgless 6, and this is the final battle in the map of Ascent. Let's see how it's going to be, who will be the initiator in this particular battle. And it's a by default map. This is the map which is played by us most of the time. So yes, I'm pretty much excited to see how actually it's going to be. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the stream, if you're enjoying it, please don't forget to hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel as well, and share the Valorant action with your mates as well, because this will give some enthusiasm to them as well. But at the same time, they're taking their time, they're looking very patient, and I think at this particular time you need to be very alert at the same time, because this is really very important. And some abilities are being used. Neko has been spotted out there. Oh, it's good shot coming in. One player's been taken down, and now the battle is a 4v4 under the smoke. Those shots may not connect so wisely, but there you go. Only one more player's
Strike
down.
down A.
Uh-oh.
One enemy remaining.
Cyrex, he's making sure to be the best in this particular round, in this particular map, because yes, he struggled quite a bit in the previous one, because he was there with 7 frags, just 7 frags, guys. That would have really hurt him. But this time it does feel like that Charis is going to do a fun job. Look at him swinging in from the tree and taking 2 down. That was amazing. He could have taken down Simple as well, but at the end he got faltered down, and we can see Nola and Cyrex, both of the weaker link that I so-called weaker link I said in the previous map, they are popping off. They have done a good job in the pistol round, but the question is, will they be able to relay this kind of aggression, relay this kind of value in the next few rounds or not? Here comes a knife. Well, the positioning is pretty much revealed, but out there the Sova has got a judge to play along with. This is going to be interesting to watch how Orgless 6 is going to defend the whole parameters, because yes, it's going to be a B hit. All the individuals are right outside B. They're gathered. They do know that the flank is not going to work, as they don't have the comfortable weapons to play with. But on the catwalk, we get to see Ginola swinging in with an RGX Outlaw. Yes, he was able to get the value.
Yes, let's see actually how it's going to be. But right now, you have 1 minute into your side. Orgless 6, they have started with a good blow into their favor. And now the question is that how will they take it forward? This is the important question rising over here. This would not be very much easy. This would not be very much doable for the players and teams. But right now, It's pretty difficult.
Spike
1-0 is the
down B.
scoreline, and you have
One enemy
51 seconds
remaining.
remaining. But oh,
Flawless.
that was a good shot within a snap, without even a single elimination of your team. They've taken all the players out. 2-0 is the scoreline, and Orgless 6 is again looking different this time. Let's see how actually it's going to be rated, but right now you have few
Yeah.
seconds remaining into your favor, and from here to there, this would be a difficult task for both the teams. Both the teams are having same pressure, same amount of pressure, but right now, Orgless 6 having a pretty good lead will give them a bit of confidence, good sense of temperament in this game, from where they could build a good game, build a good base, and then they could, get the game at the end as well.
It's quite possible for them to like bring in the best effort at this point, and that's really what matters. But they have some good buys this time. They have the full buy in their favor. They would be looking forward to completely nail this round in their favor. But there goes a smoke. Holding of the triangles. They're making sure that nobody peeks onto that particular corner. But with an outlaw, Kinola still pays a visit and gets the right value. Look at him being just phenomenal, just flawless in his peaks, in his takedowns. He's just effective enough. And now the players are infiltrating market with Pizza, but we have Xeon holding that particular angle. Alarm bot down, alarm turret goes down, but Xeon still is up. He's out and aboard, performing in a way that really is KD for his opponents. Simple on the other corner, shots one down. That's good. KO down to like 20% of HP. Not going to be effective enough. On the other corner, if you see, the Owl drone is still being effective. Even the Omen is now tagged quite a bit. Rosa, it is going to be difficult. Oh, one good judge shot and that's it. That's what was needed. That's amazing. It's 3-0 already. Orgless 6 in a bonus buy round. They still prevail against a team who had that full buy. Assassins 2.0, not a very good start. You wanted to carry that momentum from the previous map, but it seems like that you won't be able to even get a start.
Yes, the way they are playing in, it's a scoreline of 3-0, and they haven't allowed even once to get those finishes point to their opponents, and the way they are playing in, it's totally phenomenal. But right now, anyhow you have to find a way, and anyhow you have to get the best out of it, because looking at the current condition, you have to be very much doable and very much planned. But first, if you look at the odd games, first one was won by Orgless 6, second one, which was an even game, is won by Silent Assassin. In the third game, the way Orgless 6 was playing, I think if they go with that same momentum and same durability, it's pretty much easy to say that they just gonna win this match as well.
I think, see, the fact is, after this type of approach, the most important thing is how you make an entry. Silent Assassins 2.0 is just failing in that particular terms. Once again, they're making an approach for trees, but we have the paranoia, we have the smokes as well. But Kinola, what was that phenomenal shot through the cloud burst? This guy still gets the value. On the other corner, Xeon gets a 3k. Simple shuts down Nico, and the last man standing is going to be indeed Simple. 3 spots. Actually, he gets spotted by Xeon, and that's a 4k, man. There you go. I've said this enough time periods that Xeon and Nico, these are the two individuals which have been truly an anchor for Team Orgless, and they are just doing it once again. They're just performing in that similar fashion again and again and again. These guys are just on par. These guys are just on phenomenal note. 4-0 is the scoreline. Still a very good possibility that Silent Assassins 2.0 will make a comeback. But let's see how far these individuals are going to push in.
Yeah, we would love to totally see how actually these fights are going to take place, but right now, looking at the current condition, this is not very much easy. 4-0 is the scoreline, and anyhow, by any chance, I'm pretty much sure Silent Assassins, they'll try to get a comeback from here, but it's not very much easy for the players. The way they are pulling it off, especially Orgless 6, I think they are not ready to give any single chance to their opponents.
The answer is, why would they? I mean, giving up a chance can easily cost you the whole map. Didn't that happen in the previous map, guys? They gave them the chance, and look at the other guys like from Silent Assassin 2.0. They completely flooded the whole aspect. Here comes the null command. No abilities are going to be fruitful at this point. It's just sheer gunpowder that you can have. If you are able to be good at it, yes, you can be phenomenal. Oh, Xeon actually shuts him down. That's amazing. The core can be stabilized, and that's exactly what KJ is trying to do. Nico takes 2 down. It's not that easy to bring that KO back in the action anymore. Simple finds one, and that's Ginola. But look at this! Oh my god, Tyrant catches that guy
One
off
enemy
guard.
remaining.
And it's all about the last man standing. Simple.
Revealing area.
But as the name suggests, the game is not going to be that simple for him. The position has been
30
revealed.
seconds
Out one
left.
goes in. Simple would love to swing. Simple would love to get the value. 20 more seconds to go on with. And in these 20 seconds, this guy has to get the best value. Well, it's a one with the Kuranami Vandal. This guy can bring the right effort, but Paranoia cues in. With that, the nearsighted is going to be the case, and there you go. 5-0. Every single round, wherever Team Silent Assassin 2.0 is trying to step up, they're just going to get shut down. Amazing. It's a 5-0 scoreline. That means Orgless 6 is already there with a very big lead.
Yeah, let's see how actually it's going to be. Let's see how actually players are taking those action and reaction into their side. But this is not very much easy. You have to be really be very planned with all the things coming down the lane. 5-0 is the scoreline. There's no chance for the opponents for them to come back. And Orgless 6, I think they are very close to the win, because I think if they don't allow the opponents for even a single point, they would win in this first half itself. But practically that won't be possible, what I believe. Let's see what actually they're going to do.
Once again, precise. Precise is the nature of Zion, and he's just so good at it. I mean, what a play. Again, denying the mid push. Zion swinging in forward, but this time Knight Rider is going to be just on par. He is going to shut him away. It's a 4-4 scoreline, guys. There you go. 4-4 manpower advantage is nowhere to be found. But here comes the flash. And yeah, you are going to get picked off. Rosa, unfortunately, that's what is going to happen to you. Beautiful, beautiful picks coming in from Cyrex. Yes, he was not that stable in the previous map, guys. But in this map, it seems like that Orgless 6 is right here to get the advantages, to get the lead in their favor, and make sure that the Decider goes in their name. It's 5-0. It is quite possible that we'll get to see a 6-0 as well. On the hindsight, there goes the recon dart, possibly trying to get all those info
30 seconds
of where
left.
the players are, but they can't really get it that much. Storm grenades going in, damaging out Tyrant quite a bit. The Tyrant from there is going to go for the all drone, gets position of where Knight is. On the hindsight, a backstab is not going to work. JN, you're going to get compromised. It's a 2v4 equation. Yes, the plan is going to happen. But we have a lockdown available and the lockdown invested. There you go. Finally, Phoenix also going in with the ultimate. Believe in Knight is just being invaluable, man. That's amazing. But lockdown has been destroyed. The question is, what will happen up next? Well, Phoenix has to go back as the ult is in vain. I mean, he was able to get one value, but Bladestorm, so many ultimates have been invested just to take this round. That is tricky. That's it. That's quite interesting to talk about, to be honest, because we got to see Phoenix using his ult. We got to see Lockdown coming in. I mean, Lockdown was justified because you were down to like 2 men. So Lockdown was justified from Silent Assassin 2.0, but Bladestorm being activated, I doubted that approach. But anyway, guys, at the end, they're still valuable. They're still effective. 0 scoreline as predicted. So yeah, Orgless 6 off to a very good start.
Yeah, the way they are playing in, the way they are doing in, it's not very doable, but this is the timeout which was required for Assassins, because what I find, you have to break that momentum. You have to break the field which has been acquired by Orgless 6, and they're not ready to play it on very easily. So yes, you have to take the time, you have to take the momentum, and then you have to get back in the game. And what I could see, there's no scope of getting a comeback from the opponents. The way they are pulling it off, it's totally very much difficult. And Silent Assassin, they are looking really silent at this particular game.
Well, it's good that they are trying to make some attempts, but it's not good because their executions are not working. So maybe that is the path that they have to go on. They have to like go for a tactical timeout, I believe, and then eventually plan, plot, figure out. That's exactly what they're trying to do at this moment. They have to make sure that their next few approaches are going to be valuable, because they at least have to get a scoreline of, should I say, somewhere around 8-4. 4 rounds should be in the favor of them. Silent Assassins 2.2 has to get those 4 rounds to be precise, because on the hindsight, Orgless 6 is already there with a good momentum. But look at the weaponry disadvantage. Guardians, Vandals with the half buys. I think once again it's going to be a crucial crunch to talk about, and there is no Odin bar. So it's still quite interesting to watch, because Sova with the Recon Dart and Odin spam, that guy can just be phenomenal. But they have decided to go in a a different manner. They have decided to play on those vandals with those guardians. The swings are coming in. The fragment was able to take Rosa out of the equation with Jane on the other corner. It was not the fragment, my bad. It was actually the strong grenade. Fragment was there on the market door. But on the hindsight, the boathouse is going to get flooded. Two individuals are swinging in. Nitro gets the best of it. But we have the values coming in. Xeon with the shorty. He takes him away. Not just that, Cyrex also was able to take one more down. And it's done, guys. There you go. 7-0. Easy peasy. Post-plan scenario.
Yes, totally. It's a 7-0 score line. Orgless 6 they are not ready to give up so easily, but Ascent Decider, I'm really surprised the way they played in the last match and the way they're playing in this match. Again, a totally different version of what we saw in the first match, and then again we are watching in third match. So it's pretty much similar in the first and third match, but the second match was really something different the way they were playing in. So I think, is there any chance of comeback the way they played in second match? But from here, if the scoreline is around 9-0 or somewhat like 8-0, then the chances of comeback is very less, and I don't find any way for the players and for the teams.
Get out of my way.
It does feel troublesome, no doubt on that. Oh, the push is coming, but Tyrant, he gets a 3K. What was that, Tyrant? He was just landing those shots on the heads. Gets a 3K and completely destabilizes the opponent's perspective as they were trying to come up with a Blade Storm. But Tyrant,
Last player standing.
his name suggests, is going to be the storming one. And as we can see, it's pretty much done and dusted in this round as well. It's basically an 8-0 coming. No doubt in that. Omen survives, won't go far, but he still gets Xeon. It's good. Flashes are still in action. Cyrex takes the last pick. Now guys, we do have an 8-0 scoreline. Quick rounds are coming in, and quick victories are being delivered in favor of Orgless 6. It seems like that they are just so angry about the previous map that they are just not even giving a single chance.
Oh my god, it's totally not acceptable for me. You know, Silent Assassin, they could not even score a single point in this particular match till now. 8-0 is the score, and it's totally very difficult for any team to score like this, especially the way Orgless is playing. They're not allowing even once to their opponents to go on with that same intent.
This time, once again, a little bit more aggressive, and they have made sure that the market door is going to be down. Fragment gets erased. There's nobody really in the boathouse, so that means this whole site access, they're going to get it. I think Hunter's Fury is going to get queued in. Even Run It Back is going to get utilized. Yes, Run It Back and then Curveball coming in. Phoenix won't be valuable enough at this point, but yes, we'll get to see Hunter's Fury being effective enough. Yes, the attackers are getting indeed shattered. As Vessel gets picked off, here comes the flash. But will KJ get anything valuable? Indeed, Believe in Night was going to get 2. But look at this amazing pick. Shibi, right from the boathouse. He was trying to be valuable. He was trying to be effective. He actually was. But at the end, if you see, 6, what an approach. Amazing standstill approach coming in from the corner. They still were able to save their KJ's lockdown. But look at these lineups that the other guy is trying to experiment on. I think it's Tyrant, who was able to utilize his Hunter's Fury, and on the other corner we got to see Run It Back. Run It Back was not useful, although it actually gave the information of where the players are, and that helped Team Orgless 6 a lot in terms of the reciprocation. But look at that shot on KJ's beanie. It's amazing. But now it's 9-0 already, guys. I think if this turns out to be a 13-0, that would be just so astonishing.
Yes, totally. Raider, the way they are playing, I don't think that would be very much difficult for the players and for the teams to, go for 13-0. But it's very much doable looking at the current condition. 9-0 is the score line. They're moving in, trying to find it away. Orgless 6. Let's see, can they create something very unusual? But right now, looking at the current condition,
I think we would have to wait, Eagle, for seeing something unusual at this point, because economical advantage is not there. Cyrex, look at him, he's going to backstab, possibly going to knife him away. Oh, wait, man, he wanted to go for the hot hands, but that is not going to happen. Jane, with a good swing, was able to take his opponent away. Cyrex, he got a little bit cheeky at that point. He decided like he's going to go for a knife frag, or maybe some neutral dump is what he's going to prefer. That just was not favorable. But Nico, he's going to shut JN away. And once again, an approach for the B side is going to be in turn. But nothing valuable as Xeon, the anchor, is still there. You have 10-0. This is Very big difference. This is something we should talk about. But look at this moment. This was quite fun to watch. I mean, what a way. Jane swung and he was able to take down Cyrix at that moment. Otherwise, this could have been a very interesting fight over there. But anyway, guys, on A mains, you can't really make a sneaky approach like that. And a duelist who is lurking, I'm already doubting my approach, man, because you have a sentinel for that role. Let your KJ go for flanks. Let your KJ go for backstabs. But if you're deciding that your duelists and Initias are going for backstabs, obviously, I think the round is already out of your hands.
Let's see how actually it's going to be, how actually the players are planning the things up and what is their strategies in this particular game. But I don't find Silent Assassin because they're literally looking very silent in this particular game. The name is justifying their play style, and which is totally not expected. I was expecting something really very different, something really very unique in this particular match. A very good competition as we watched in the last match. So the way this match is coming up, this is not what we talk about.
This match is truly turning out to be a one-sided match, to be honest. The domination that has been forecasted for now is absolutely amazing. Now, this guy wants to go for the boathouse. Oh, actually, he TPs onto the B main, getting all those insights over there, making sure that it's a fake. Yes, and Orgless 6 is actually buying it, that it's already B plant, but that's not happening. Sova once again wants to move back into the site. He's there in tree. Recon dart, as soon as that has been implemented, he knows that the plant is going to come in pretty soon. Shivi is down to like 10,
30 seconds left.
15% of his HP, and that's exactly what is happening to the other guy as well. Damage is still here. He can break down the door and then swing in. Defender's Killjoy is going to implement the lockdown. This is the best time, and the plant is yet to come. The beauty is they have to make sure that the lockdown is going to get broken away. Yes, they were able to do it, but do they have time to go for a plant? That's the big question at this moment. I don't think so. They have time. They are going to queue in, but there goes.
Spike down A.
Sova down and dusted. Simple. The Omen, he has to push in. But I guess it's all about the time. There you go. Yes, it is indeed a clutch coming from Xeon. You will be able to go for a plant, but where's the round? The round is not going to come. Orgless 6 already with a massive difference. They are just one step away from the series point and 2 steps away from eliminating Silent Assassin 2.0.
Oh my god, that was a great game coming in. The way they played in, the way they moved on, that was totally fantastic. And it was truly phenomenal by the players. But right now this could be a 12-0 scoreline, and we were talking about a 16-0 scoreline. Even that could be possible. The way these teams are playing in, the way these players are playing in, that is truly phenomenal, Raider. But right now, is 13-0 possible? Is Silent Assassin really silent? Are they unable to score even a single point in this particular game? These are the questions rising. Anyhow, they'll try to score even one. I'll say 1 point in this particular match.
They have to, man. They have to secure at least one round. They want to outshine their opponent, but Xeon still getting the better of it. Here's the first pick. Sarix on the other corner finds one, but GN is going to counter. Won't go far enough as Nico gets Rosa as well. There you guys. It is definitely a 12-0 scoreline. But look at this Phoenix. Cyrix is just having to run it back, and after that, hot hands. And then eventually we get to see other abilities being utilized as well. So yeah, Orgless 6, they are having fun. They're just rolling, just like Team NJ yesterday. These guys are doing a great job. What an amazing turn of events. I was not really expecting this kind of competition. I really wanted to see Decider in a manner where both the teams could have struggled a bit, both the teams could have evolved along the way. Then that Decider would have been fun to watch. But this Decider is just turning in a very different way. Now, if I talk about the questions that we have asked on you on the poll, the question was who will dominate in the Decider map and secure their spot in lower bracket round number 2. You guys, 67% of you guys were like, it's Orgless 6, and I would like to say this, you guys are right. As it does feel like that they are on the move of getting the whole advantage. This could be a possible 13. Just imagine, guys, if that's the case.
Right here.
Yes, totally. The way they played was truly phenomenal. 12-0 is the score line, and this is the match point. If Orgless 6 is able to win this particular match, I think they're just done for the day. They'll win those 2 matches. Though I'm not able to digest the way Silent Assassin played in the I guess second match. It was truly phenomenal, but why are they unable to perform even one single score in this particular match? This is a very important question, Raider.
12-0. I mean, what an interesting scoreline to talk about, man. This guy holding the boathouse, making sure that nobody is going to make an approach. It's a 3v3 scoreline. The plant has to come. Oh, the shots, they are quite precise, but Shivi still finds one. Will there be a retaliation? An absolute amazing retaliation. It's a possible ace. It's a possible ace coming in. Nico down to very, very low HP. Bare minimum HP was in his hands. But what will happen, guys? Do you really think Nico can pull it off? An ace to sum it all. It's quite possible. Just think if that's going to be the case. Just think, guys, if that is going to be the case. But no. Rosa saves the day. She will bring the very first round for the team. This is the silence breaker for Silent Assassins 2.0. But Nico, what gets into you, brother? I mean, 4K, pretty possible to go for an ace as well. This guy is just all in.
Finally, I'm happy for that 1 point, one single point. Silent Assassin. They barely managed to get that 1 point, which is, I was expecting a clean sheet the way Orgless 6 were playing, but Silent Assassin, anyhow, they managed it. But right now, is this the last round for the day of this particular game, this particular two teams? Because right now, the way Orgless 6 is playing, it's truly phenomenal, and they're moving again and again. It's a 12-1 score line. Again, one player has been taken down. Last two players standing for the team. It's a recon bolt going over there. And yes, Orgless 6 again back in action. Last two players are standing. I don't think so they would be able to manage 4 players, because the momentum, the confidence, the competition, all of the given things is okay into the side of Orgless 6.
Attackers win.
Indeed, it's pretty much done and dusted, as we got to see Shibi being the last one standing. He was trying to pull it off, but that is not going to happen. With a scoreline of 13-2, they were able to take the Icebox. With a scoreline of 13-1, they have snatched the Decider of Ascent, also in their favor. On the hindsight, when it comes to Silent Assassin 2.0, well, you guys were able to be very, very efficient in the OT, or should I say in the map of heaven as well. But at the end, it's a BO3 equation. It's not about one map, buddy. It's a BO3 equation. You had to be good in 2 maps. Unfortunately, Silent Assassins 2.0, you were good in Heaven. You were actually quite fluent in it. And you were able to make sure that Cyrex and Ginola, both of them were undermined. But it feels like that they were back with vengeance. They definitely showed their true colors in the map of Ascent. And as I said initially as well, that having a Decider of Ascent brings you at a very comfortable spot, because Ascent is a map which everybody has played a lot. It's not one of those recently added maps or one of those maps where you are in a very tricky spot for the whole game. This is one of those maps where the competition goes on par, above and beyond is going to be the performance, and that's exactly what happened in the favor of Orgless 6. By winning this BO3, they have made sure that they survive for one more day, but obviously the sword of elimination is going to be hung on the next days as well. But unfortunately, we have one team to say goodbyes to, and that is Silent Assassins 2.0.
Yes, totally. The way they played was truly, truly phenomenal. Silent Assassin. Second match was totally on top. They were playing on the top of the game. But what happened in the third match? They were unable to score even one single point throughout the game, and anyhow they managed to score 1 point at the last, which was not expected from my side. I was not expecting the kind of gameplay they showed in the second match as well. I was expecting the gameplay in the third match, the way they showed in the second match. Whatever I expected, that was totally opposite to it. They were showing something or the other game style in every match. So yeah, it was truly very entertaining. I hope our audience also enjoyed the game. If you are enjoying the matches, guys, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, do share the stream with your Valorant friends and mates, and just bring them here to have more entertainment, discuss with each other that what actually happened, how the game went, especially the second game. That was truly very entertaining, Raider. And the third game, that was not dominating, that was just something else above. That was doing the map of Ascent, but actually that was played in Heaven, to be very true.
Well, I have to congratulate 2 other individuals as well. I have to say Nico and Zion. You guys on your Sentinel and Initiator, or maybe sometimes eventually you get to see Controller also in their favor. You guys are just so amazing. Taking an entry in front of these individuals is just not that easy. And even that particular round, when Tyrant was able to line all those shots on B mains, he was able to get a 3K in one single spray. That was just so amazing. So there were some absolutely amazing moments.
Yeah.
And To be honest, all thanks to Orgless 6, we were able to get to see that. On the hindsight, Silent Assassin 2.0, I think the way they were just getting picked one by one, that was the most drastic part for them. And every now and then, when you see that the whole commitment was there on B mains, we get to see Ginola pushing in onto the catwalk. And through the mid catwalks, Ginola was getting all those crucial picks. But let's have a look at the scoreboard as well so that we can elaborate a bit more when it comes to the fragging potential. Look at Rosa. 3 kills in 14 rounds, out of which 1 kill was that particular kill which was able to bring them that particular round in their favor. It was, if I'm not wrong, the pistol round of the second half. That was a round where Rosa was able to be valuable on a KO. So I really have to say that there were certain weaker links. You can see that 4 individuals are there with a single frag, and out of these 4 individuals, Jet, that means JN, Shivi, the Sova, Rosa, the KO, these 3 guys were at a deficit of less than 5 frags in their favor in 14 rounds. On the hindsight, if you look at Killjoy, that means Xeon coming in from the other particular team known as Orgless 6, 19 frags, just 6 deaths and 3 amazing assists with the ACS of 372. He definitely would be one of those individuals who is going to be the MVP of the match. And there you go. He is indeed the MVP of the match. And look at his performance. 5 first kills and 18% headshot frags. That's amazing.
Yes, this would be the MVP of the map, where ATR is 268, ACS 372. Now we would be moving towards the MVP of the series, and yes, it's from Orgless 6 Xeon. He's got the first kill, 8. ACS is 96.66. ATR is 198. Damage is 10,892. Oh my god. And headshot percentage 52. So yes, that's a very good accuracy. If he is hitting you, that 50% of the chances is that he's hitting you on the head. So that's very great accuracy as well. But right now, what we could see, as this would be the end of our first BO3 match. Today there's 2 BO3 matches, but this would be the first one where we really enjoyed the matches. The way players played on that was truly very engaging and very performing as well. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching the stream, please don't forget to hit that like button, do subscribe the channel, share the stream, and do check out our sponsors as well. Media partner gossip.gg, GPU partners Otak Gaming. Do check out their stuff as well, because this will enhance your gaming experience, boost your level up as well. Now we would be moving towards the level up leaderboard, and we would see which are those players out there.
After this amazing game, we still have Fluffy on the top because I'm Batman on the second one and Summer on the top 3 position. You guys might be guessing, why are these 3 positions pretty much eliminated at this point? I would like to tell you guys the top 3 individuals who are going to be there on the top of this level up leaderboard after the end of this tournament. They are going to get Riot goodies. So yes, if you want to get some interesting goodies from Riot, you have to be in the top of this leaderboard. You have to be there on the podium finishing positions. First, second and third, these 3 individuals are going to get it. But now let's have a look at the brackets as well, because there is so much that has happened in this particular scenario that the implications on the brackets are going to be quite severe. As we bid a farewell to Silent Assassin 2.0, it is going to be an equation where Orgless 6 have made sure that they get their spot on the lower bracket round 2. Of course, they are still in a very tricky spot, because if you are there in the upper bracket like Neori Esports or DXG or Asterix or Team NJ, you still have a chance that if you fail in that particular upper bracket, you still have a chance to perform in the lower bracket. But if you fail in lower bracket, you will have the same fate as to Silent Assassins 2.0. As they are out of the equation now, you can be out of the equation as well. So performing in the lower bracket obviously demands a lot of pressure onto your head. But yes, we have the second game queuing in at 3:30 p.m. guys, and that would be T-Time versus ZeroFrags.exe. That is going to be even more interesting, because yes, we were able to see them yesterday in the playoffs, day number 1. They failed to perform yesterday, but I believe today is the day where they will make sure that they survive till the end in the lower bracket. But how far they're going to go, that's what we want to know. But all thanks to our sponsors, this amazing IP is here. All thanks to Zote Gaming, all thanks to Crucial by Micron, all thanks to gossip.gg, and of course the Esports Club for hosting this amazing IP, the Valorant series of Showdown Series Season 2. But this is it guys for the BO3 number 1. But yes, we do have one more matchup, as I said, between T-Time and the other particular team, ZeroFrags.exe. So stay tuned for that. We'll be bringing the stream at 3:30 p.m. So stay awaited.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.